And we're live. Well, we knew it was going to happen. We knew what it was going to something was going to have to give, something was going to have to happen, something was going to have to move. There was a reason why they hadn't arrested Shane. There was a reason why they didn't arrest him. It's because there's a good possibility Shane didn't have anything to do with this. The crazy thing is we're getting some crazy reports, people, and it's even crazier than what you think. It could be her best friend, and it's not looking good. We are talking with, or I shouldn't say we're talking. We are tweeting with, I'm doing some DMs back and forth with a couple of reporters right now that are on the scene. They're on location right now, and it's breaking quickly. Um, I'm trying to read messages. I'm trying to figure out if I was going to go live tonight, if I was going to go live, um, wait till tomorrow. But right now, are you getting the reports from the Houston house that Austin PD is on location and the medical examiner has arrived? I am tweeting with I'm trying to tweet with every reporter out there. So I got a couple of them right now. One of them that has answered me, and we've gone back and forth on two different threads right now. Please keep us updated as much as possible with the information coming out at the Houston house. Thanks for all you do. Hashtag dad with the phone. Got to keep them going. So here's what we do know. I'm gonna pull up the info and go to the house, show you where the cops are at. It's unfolding right in front of us right now, and that we may or may not. It says one arrest of a male in Houston. Any other arrest? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen any arrests that have been made. It might have been confusing on my original tweet because I was we were tweeting about two different cases out of Austin. So did you see the Instagram picture? Haven't seen an Instagram picture. Right now, though, they are searching and they are really focusing on a car. I want to keep in with this one girl who messaged me back immediately on Twitter. When you got 3 times the followers, they message you back quickly. Medical examiner has arrived. We are headed to Houston. So sweet. My girl's headed there. The one that is trying to get on with me. So she's headed there. That's cool. Yep. This is not gonna. Oh man. Thank you for your updates. Please keep us updated on Twitter. Go live as soon as you got any more info. Hashtag dad with the phone. Sweet. All right. So Um, let me tell you what's happening right now. Hema Muller, Mullur, Llur. Hema Mueller, Spanish lady from Austin, is on the scene. We've also got, we're talking with, let's see who else is bringing in this news. We are getting tweets from, come on, mentions. Yep. So she's on her way. Hema is the first name. Mueller. She's on location and has tweeted, yes, Austin police are on the scene. They are focused on the car in the back of the house. Medical examiner is now at the home. More details to come. So the information's coming in. And then the other reporter that we've been oh shoot, she just tweeted. Crap. We're trying. Let's go over to her page real quick and retweet what she just put out. She's on her way to Houston. So she Melina Barden, who was the one who did the report from the apartments, is on her way to Austin right now. And so it is there, she's on her way from Austin to Houston. And so the car is, well, I have pictures. I'll throw up video. It is a Nissan, I think. It is a Nissan. And oh guys, the medical examiner is there. We haven't had there is no reports that the baby has been brought out yet. There is no reports of anything. So let's please keep it positive and just keep our positive thoughts. I understand that we're not going to change the outcome of what's happening, but just like I didn't jump to no conclusion when everybody wanted to jump on the Shane, people are jumping on Shane and saying this, that, and the other about him. We don't need to necessarily just jump to conclusions now. What we do know is that there is a major law enforcement presence in Houston I'm going to pull the house up. That's what I was going to right now. And they're on location. They've been searching and focusing on the back of the house. I'm going to pull up some photos right now. I could probably go pull up the video. I'll go pull up the video real quick. And that way you guys can take a look at the house they're searching. You can see the car that they've been looking at, searching in the back. Reports are coming in that FBI, Rangers, Austin PD, and this is where you have to understand that that's the giveaway, right? Because this is in Houston, it's in another jurisdiction. They're on the scene, and so they're a house in Northwest County. I'm trying to see if we can get I can definitely get pictures right here. So we can pull these up. So let's grab this. Go to StreamYard, do a share screen, Chrome tab, Facebook dad with a phone, bam. All right. So this is the house. Let me see if I can get you a little better shot of that. If I make this big screen here, let's do this. This is the house that they're searching. But what they're focusing on, let's go back. Let's see if we can get I didn't put a picture of the car. There's a car around back. Let me go grab the video and see if we can, I'll grab the video and go from there. Saying her body is in the boot. Yeah, that's what we're that's the information we're getting, that the body is her body is in the trunk, and hopefully the baby has been taken to the hospital. um, so here's the update. Today, at some point in the evening time, FBI, um, Austin PD, Texas Rangers on the scene of a house in Houston. I'm going to try to pull that up right now. Let's see, CBS Houston. But here's what I do know: the reporters that were covering the case in Austin, I reached out to them via Twitter, and they are confirming that this is related. And they haven't come out and said it because the law enforcement hasn't done some press conference. Trust me, these guys aren't hopping in their cars and going out to this house from Austin at 11 o'clock at night because they don't have confirmation. They got sources just like that with a phone, and we're just trying to piggyback off their sources. And they have at least confirmed to me that this is about Heidi's case. And so trying to pull that video up. Somebody sent it to me in a message. Let me see here. Oh, my phone was blowing up. Bring, boom, chicken bong, check your messages. Get on this. Well, then I just started tweeting people, because that's how all these reporters let break news nowadays, get on the Twitter. And so I would wish they would do a live video and really give us an update. That's why I want to try to get them to come on and let us know what's going on. But right now, it looks that it has something to do with her friend. You know, again, that's not confirmed, but I do believe that this house and this location is related in some way. Oh, somebody just sent me the address. See, that's why I like you. What happened to it? Oh, it disappeared on me. Here we go. I got the address right here. Boom. Let's go to the house real quick. Let me pull this up. Why isn't my is it Bojack? Is that how you say it? That's not the one. Can't find that location. That location doesn't seem to be right. We're trying to get there. Trying to get y'all some up to date info. This is the scene here. We can Oh shoot! People sending me 5 minutes. I got phone. I got my text message is going off like crazy. All right, let's see what we can find here. 818. That's the one. They're trying to send me the address. So. Oh, Jack. All right, so we're gonna go there. Yeah, going straight in. Share screen. Application window. Share. All right. So there's the house. Let's zoom in here. Yep, this is the house they're searching for sure. 100% concern, 100% confirmed because the car was hidden. Car was hidden in the back. So this is the house they're searching right now. But what I want to show you is that I saw a picture, and I'll go find the picture from where this is. But there's a picture of a car that was pulled around back of this house. Don't be going into Street View. Exit. Let me see who's tweeting me now. Oh man, this is weird. It looks like Megan Humphrey could be a person of interest, according to what we're looking at here. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it's looking like right now. I'm trying to get around back of this house. They said the car, now obviously this is just Google Earth, right? So they said the car was in the back of the house, and I'm going to go try to find that video and show you all the video so you can see it. Let's see here, sources here. There we go. For us. So we're going to pull that video up and let y'all take a look at it. This is not the way I wanted to spend my night, to be honest with you. Okay, we're gonna pull this up here. Okay, we got a little bit of a ad going, but once we get out of the ad, let me go over here to the StreamYard, make sure we got Chrome window, audio on, share. Where's that going? It's not what I want.
That's the Breck effect.
Why does that want to, these thing pop-up windows keep getting me? There we go. Hope y'all can hear it. So this is the house they're searching. That's the house we were just at. You'll see it goes around back, and they're looking at that car. I don't know if I guess there's no audio right now. The news is on location is who we're talking about. There's the car, the silver Nissan that they were talking about, and they got it kind of pulled in the back. Somebody's sitting under the house there. That was somebody sitting under the house right there. That's kind of weird. Huh. There's a guy with a cowboy hat on with him. That's a Texas Ranger. So there is a cowboy hat with a Texas Ranger. I hear audio. They might just be playing raw footage, though. There we go. It's got audio. Yeah, so they didn't have the audio playing during it. So the reason why this is significant is because Austin PD is on location. If Austin PD wasn't there, this could be 100 different cases. From what we've gathered from Twitter, from direct messages from reporters that are on location, we're gathering that this has a lot to do with the case out of Austin. So there was a car pulled in here in the back, and then those guys were hanging out right there, right? But the car was kind of pulled over here, so they had to pull that car through here. They pulled it through to get it out of the street view, through the garage, I bet, or around the garage. We're talking about Heidi and Margot missing from Austin. They went missing in Austin on the 12th. And today, Houston. Oh, I just shut it. So that's Jamie's. This is this is a picture from the scene just moments ago. Let me show you a picture just from the scene moments ago. Jessica Wiley's Twitter. She's on location. We've got message into her, and law enforcement there. You know, a lot of people wanted to jump to conclusions on this, and I'm not saying that Shane's not involved. Shane could still be involved with multiple people. I don't know, but this is pointing at someone else. This is pointing to be someone else, and it's someone else that is close to her, which makes sense because confusing that photos are in daylight. It is past 11 p.m. Yeah, those were from earlier today. They've been there for a while. They got the whole place blocked off now. It's gone. They were in the late evening coming into now, which is obviously dark there. And so it is these things are pointing towards someone else, and it looks like it's someone that was close to her, which would make sense why and how she would leave so abruptly. I don't know the circumstances behind what's going on or why, but right now they are on location. We should be getting an update at some point, at least via Twitter, from these reporters. 24 officers and agents from DPS, which is the Department of Public Safety, Texas Rangers, FBI, and Austin PD are at a home in Northwest Harris County. They told neighbors it's connected to an Austin missing person case. They are focused on the car in the back. So, you know, that's about as much confirmation as you're gonna get without them coming out and flat saying that this is all of it. So, you know, we were talking, I've been talking to people, you know, about this case the last 3 days. And if we removed Shane from the equation, we still came back to it has to be somebody that knew her, somebody that was related, somebody that was friendly with her, because nobody saw any struggle, nobody heard anything. We weren't getting reports. But right now, you know, there's some weird, it's like this lady just had a baby. First of all, the people's home she's at, they just had a baby. Their friends, I don't know what the connection is or why or how this could be going on, but something happened. Something's happening. It's unfolding right here in front of us. And this other woman, this other couple, they're somehow open to this. Open Minds, Heidi's best friend for 14 years. What? Right. And I'm getting information that I don't want to, I didn't mean to say their name out loud earlier. I said their name, but um, somebody sent mighty. It's Megan Humphrey. That's MaygenHumprey, and there's some sort of baby register between. Oh, my phone just died. That ain't gonna be good. Keep my phone charged. Dad with a phone got a dead phone. Dad with a phone got a dead phone. Oh man, we got the flu running around my house right now. My youngest daughter was sick a few days ago. My oldest daughter now is sick. Be up all night like a dad doctor tonight. They met over a decade ago. Oh, you're talking about the interview over at JS for Justice is who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, and I heard that girl talk it was real negative about Shane, And I don't have anything 14 minutes ago update. According to online records and a source the car investigators are interested in is registered someone named Heidi Brunswick, and her 3-week-old daughter have been missing since 12 update 17 minutes ago. They told neighbors, yep, it was connected to an Austin missing persons case. They are focused on the car in the back. The presence of Austin police has prompted our questions on whether this is connected. So this is Jessica. Same thing we got from Jessica, kind of. So December 1st. Yes, the medical examiner there is only on the scene if there is a deceased person. It was a smear show. Then this happened. Oh, you're talking about JS for Justice show. Yeah, I listened to it a little bit. She was having so many audio problems, I couldn't stick around. It really, like when people have audio issues, I get mad when I have audio issues, so I just couldn't stick around. Vitamin C and B complex. I don't know what that means. This is why I'm really happy D-Wop didn't jump to conclusions. Well, I made my honest observation. I looked at his interview and thought his interview was normal, but I've watched thousands of interviews. Other people want to say his Swain, FBI, investigate whatever old Smokey P was talking about. Some guy came out. They said her body was in the boot and Bill was taken to the hospital. Nobody has confirmed that yet, Rachel. Nobody has confirmed that. Those are rumors that went flying from social media, but I'm down. I mean, there are a couple of nobody on the ground has confirmed that, should I say. At least not the people I've talked to, and they've been there since earlier. So I don't know necessarily about bodies in boots or babies at hospitals. I hope they're both at the hospital. I hope they're both to the hospital. But yes, when a medical examiner shows up, it is, majority of the time, 100% of the time, not a good thing. So, Yep. And Cindy, I really believe that that could have been an option. I mean, you guys can go back and watch my lives from a couple of days ago. The baby is very much um, part of or could have been the motive. And so, you know, when people were jumping to the conclusion with Shane, it was just because, that's what the true crime community is going to do 99.9% out of the time. That's who it is. But you had to look at the situation with Shane, and he still may be involved. I'm not sitting here letting him off. I don't know this guy from Adam. So I don't want to sit here and say that he's not involved because we don't know the facts on that. But what we do know is that they did interrogate him. They did question him. They did give him a lie detector test. All of those things they did, and he's still walking around. So now all of a sudden you got cops at this one house that happens to be or happens to be a close friend of hers. This is where hits the fan, right? Now, either he's involved with them or these people are the culprits. These people are the abductors. And so I don't think he's involved either, but I'm not. I mean, I don't want to. I can't say he's not. I can't say he's involved with no more authority than I can say he's not involved. I just give my opinion on what I witnessed in that video. And people want to sit here and say Chris Watts, Chris Watts, Chris Watts. I was like, no, Chris Watts freaking confessed within 24 hours. He was busted within 20 minutes or whatever, so there's nothing. It is absolutely nothing like the Chris Watts case. This case is nothing like the Chris Watts case, and it's starting to unfold for people to see that. There was a lot of people that jumped on that. They got a lot of views, they got a lot of likes and a lot of clicks. We tried to stay a little neutral. We tried to look at it in one way. And now all of a sudden we have new facts that come out. We don't even know what these new facts are. We got police at a house. That's what we got right now. Now, the difference between yesterday and today is I have verbally opened up communications with credible people on the ground. I can't take every Tom, Dick, and Harry's little tweet to me or message to me on YouTube or Facebook and say, oh, this is a piece of credit. Because you know what? Here's how, like the girl said on Jay is for justice. And this is Heidi's friend. And so I'm not attacking her, but she said, oh, he failed the lie detector test. I simply asked the question, well, how did he fail the lie? Where did you get this info? Because to get the info that he failed a law enforcement lie detector test, you got to have sources inside the jail. And the girl said, I don't know. I don't know where I got that info. I can't remember. Maybe it was on, I don't know, and I understand people read shit on Facebook, people read shit on Twitter and social media, and they think that that's fact when it's not fact. And, that's why I didn't jump on tonight. That's why I didn't go jump on any panel. I wasn't going to go try to talk about this case because I was talking with people behind the scenes. I was asking questions behind the scenes. All of a sudden, boom, house being searched in Houston. Boom, reporters on the reporter that tweeted me. She tweeted me she's standing on that block right now. And so if we're going to take information, we got to take it from credible sources. We can't just be jumping on every little internet person. So that's all I'm saying. I know that's why you go through and you smash a victim. And they'll chalk it up. That's what we do. We're speculation. We're true crime. That's what we do. And people want to. One person had someone on that said Shane couldn't do this. One person I talked to, I had somebody message me and said Shane couldn't do this. I put that message out there. I don't know if he did this. He could have still done this. He couldn't have done this in this fashion because he's being watched. They've been watching him for the last 7 days. He hadn't done nothing in the last 7 days to do with anything with this thing. He called the cops an hour and a half after he picked up his son, and after he called all her friends, and then people tried to bash him. They tried to point fingers at him. Friends, maybe even this girl tried to point and message people. All of a sudden they show up and her car, maybe a car that's registered to her, or a car. Somehow they're focusing around this car, and so um, he's not smart enough. Gray says, "Yeah, I don't think he is." I call him Gray again. Glare. I'm sorry about that. Gray, glare. I got dyslexia. Don't blame me. That's what a lot of people are saying, Michelle, and I am moving towards that way only because I've heard some things that are still rumor. They're not out there as hard fact yet, but it is that's the way it is. We're moving. Yeah, said trauma to an adult. So it is. Look at my oldest daughter. She ain't feeling good at all right now. She's sad. She got a little flu going on around the house here. So if you're just joining, what's happening is there's a house in Houston that is being searched, and a lot of what they're focusing on at the house is a vehicle that was pulled around back. Um, the biggest confirmed news that we do have is that the medical examiner is on location. When the medical examiner comes on location, this is never a good thing, and so we have to believe that there is um, at least one deceased at this location. There are some reports, there are some rumored reports to come in that say that the baby has been transferred or taken to a hospital. If that is in fact the case, then that would give us hope that the baby is still alive. And so, well, there's Pam. We're talking about both. So Austin is where she was abducted from. Houston is where this investigation's going on. But the key point to this investigation is DPS, which is the Department of Public Safety in Texas, Texas Highway Patrol, Texas Rangers, FBI, and Austin PD are on location, and credited news sources have confirmed that neighbors said that this is related to a missing person case out of Austin, and that's why Austin PD's there. Now, could it be some other missing persons case out of Austin? Absolutely. But there is some confirmed reports, or there's some more reports coming in via Twitter, via news organizations, via the trusted people. If we had a trusted dad with a phone in Houston right now that we could bring on live, that could be sitting there talking to us about what's going on, what they're seeing, that's one thing. But we don't have that. So what I've done over the last 3 days is I've actually built a little relationship with a couple of the Houston reporters. And as soon as this news broke, I messaged one of those reporters via Twitter DM and said, "Hey, is this looking like it's confirmed related to Heidi's case?" And they messaged back, "Yes." And we threw that up there. You can take it for what it is. Turn around. This could turn around and be nothing too. I'm not sitting there, and that's what makes it so hard to try to follow cases when you're not sitting there, because you don't know who to trust. Everybody's wanting to, Shane did this, Shane did that, Shane did this, Shane did that, and then meanwhile, another friend could be very much involved, and they could be the one spreading the rumors about this victim, Shane, who lost his fiance and his daughter. And so that's why I put out a couple of things over the last three or 4 days saying, stay wise, kids, stay wise. This doesn't fit the mold to point the finger that quick. And the true crime community, they want clicks and views. That's what they want. They want Patreon subscribers, and they want people to join and pay them and all that. Let me put my banner up real quick. Let me put my PayPal banner up real quick. So they'll do anything to get the clicks and views, and they'll do anything to get you to give to their PayPals. But I ain't trying to go down that road. I try to keep an open mind, and hopefully, we can get some more info tonight. We're watching multiple people's Twitters right now. Jessica seems to be pushing out some info. Looks like an update that came out 46 minutes ago. According to online records and sources, the car investigators are interested in is registered to someone Heidi knows. And her 3-week-old daughter have been missing since December 12th. So this car is registered to someone Heidi knows. We talked about it being someone Heidi knows to help her get that. That's the only way she was getting out of those apartments without being seen, is it was going to be that someone Heidi knew. And now all of a sudden, right in front of your eyes, that's what's unfolding. So I don't get it. I don't always get it right. But I don't always get it wrong either. I'm just moving around. That's why I took y'all off. So what are y'all thinking right now? What's happening in the comments? Who's you get the facts? I'm trying to get the facts. I'm trying to pull the facts. My phone died, so my fact finding machine disappeared on me. Do we know if the baby was Shane's? Yes, the baby was supposedly confirmed Shane's. So nobody else is nobody else has been calling it anything but Shane's. He was the supposedly the father of the child. So trying to keep trying to watch this chat unfolds too. I wanted to make sure that so this is the house they're at. We threw up the house they were at earlier via application window. The car was in the here, and so there was an investigator. Looked like what a Texas Ranger was under the porch here, and he was talking to somebody in the video. And then the car was in there. Let me see if I can go find that. See if there's nothing on her Twitter. But we have confirmed this is the house. One, we confirmed it because we watched the drone or the helicopter footage of them flying around, and information came in from KPRC2 is who confirmed, they say, took to the hospital. So we'll go check out their Twitter real quick and see if we see that info. Yeah, I don't disbelieve anyone, right? But I have a hard time just taking everybody's little chat, for for word or whatever. And so don't get mad at me if like you put something up and I'm like, yeah, let me go check on that, because I hear a lot of stuff and we see a lot of tweets, but there's a lot of trolls that walk these hallways, And so we gotta keep our mind KPRC2. All right. KPRC channel 2 Houston. All right. Okay, here we go. We got some good pictures here. KPRC2 photographer Andrea, she got some good pictures. So here we go. Yeah, maybe they did get let's pull this up here. Let's pull up some other stuff here. Screen share, Chrome tab. Let's go to Twitter. Boom. See if that came up. Perfect. So here's some pictures from the scene right here. And we'll scroll through some of these pictures. There is an ambulance on the scene. So this is live. Earlier in the day, CPS called the CY Fair Fire Department to the home. A 1-month-old baby was found with no visible signs of distress. The baby was transported to the hospital for treatment. So this would breaking news: search for missing Austin mom newborn leads to Jersey village home. So this is what's these are the confirming, and again, these are credited news sources. These guys don't want to throw out information. Again, if there was a dad with the phone that I could trust there and could send me some info, I totally believe that guy, and so we would stay open to that. But we got to make sure that we stay at least Cindy, that is the rumor that is coming out. We haven't confirmed that with anybody yet, but that is the rumor. Right now, my phone came back on. Let me see if I got any replied tweets. I've been tweeting every one of these reporters, so I got a tweet here. I got a DM. Just let me see what it says here. We're going to get one of these reporters to come on, Dad, with a phone and do a podcast with us. We're just got to get through corporate. So we're working on that to get trying to get the best info. Okay, mentions. Yep. According to online records, sources say that the car's registered to one of her friends, and investigators with the medical examiner are on location. Amy A on Twitter says, lesson learned. I'll eat my words for dinner for a week. I feel so bad questioning the fiance now. It's natural, Amy. It's natural, Sophie says, to look inside the circle first, but I know how you feel. I thought the same thing. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm going to tell all these YouTubers to be hard on yourselves. You want to do this true crime thing, you better do it right. That's all I can say. Otherwise, why do it at all? If you're just doing it for clicks and giggles, then why do it? We're talking about real people's lives. And so, imagine the last 4 days, Shane just being ripped to shreds over a half-ass interview job. Meanwhile, his wife's in a trunk. He doesn't know where his daughter is. And that's why you gotta be wise. They do it for money, super chats. Yeah, it's not. I got my PayPal at the bottom of the screen. So I'm not gonna sit here and blast them. Everybody needs to get paid for their work. Just make sure your work is thoughtful to the victims, thoughtful to the people. Listen, Chris Watts, you could hammer the day after. You could hammer him the day after because he confessed the day after. Patrick Frazee, he didn't say anything, but we had someone else chirping. So we had something to go off, right? This thing happens. The fiance calls the police, talks to the press, and gets crucified. Meanwhile, these cops are doing their job. They didn't just take the easy target. They were doing their job. Mad credit to the FBI, the Texas Rangers, and Austin PD. Mad credit for some police work. Listen, I bash the cops a lot. Shit, Woodland Park PD twiddled their thumbs. These guys, Shit, they had this. They might have this case wrapped up before they even announce. What's today? We don't even know right now. 1 year ago, what? Oh God, Shane just changed his profile to all black. He's a mourning husband. He's mourning. It's rest in peace. Oh, Father. Oh. Reportedly, Shane changed his profile to all black. Profile pictures, profile, everything. That's what my wife is telling me. Oh, they messaged me. Well, don't. I thought you went. Did you go look? Make me be. You're just making me a puppet for somebody. Oh, is it? Come on, girl. Don't go silent on me. I know them. I know them. Oh, jeez. Somebody I've been talking to. My wife said so. Maybe it's one of my sources. See, y'all be messaging me. My wife be getting all my messages. Yep. It's not black yet. It's been that way. No, it's the same. That's how it's been. See, no, that's how Shane's profile's been. Actually, it's been like that since he left. Since I saw it a couple of days ago, so that hasn't changed. He had his profile that way. He had his profile that way a couple of days ago too. Oh man. See all that? Telephone rumors are going. Yeah. Now that's the name I'm hearing is the Megan Humphreys. Baby removed from home earlier today. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name that's been coming our way. Who is the dude in the picture? These are cops in the picture right now. We're just looking at some pictures from the scene. These are pictures from the scene. This is probably the ambulance that took the baby to the hospital earlier, or it could be. This is later, so I would figure that the baby, from the reports I was getting, the baby came out of the house earlier in the day, a 1 month old. Now, let's see what's everybody. What are we doing? We don't got a. Jeez, we don't have a hashtag for Heidi yet. So what are they hashtagging everything under? They're not hashtagging anything. How are we supposed to find the info? Guess we could enter her name. They don't got a hashtag for Heidi. Huh. She wasn't even following the case yesterday. Now this thing's jumped. Mandy Larson on Twitter's like, it's Margot. There's no T. Yes, there is a T. The police have released the baby's spelling name. Guys. People arguing over the spelling of her name. I'm on tweet. I mean, let me double check. Somebody's. Check with. I do a little took a Twitter check. My Twitter's going off. They moved a third update. They removed the body from location. 10 responders to the house this afternoon. They removed a body from the location via Jessica Wiley on Twitter. So Jessica Wiley just reported they have removed a body from Twitter. Or they have removed the body from the house. I'm Jessica. Yeah, that is verified. The Seafair confirms medic 10 responders to the house. Third update. They've removed the body from the house. Oh, gosh, or from the location. Oh, man. According to Jessica Wiley, who we have confirmed is on location, her Twitter is reporting. Father, I just pray right now that you be with Heidi's family, that you be with Shane, that you be with her kids. Lord, open up your heart to them today. Speak to them. Bring peace, Father. Father. Pam, we've been following Jessica Wiley's updates on Twitter, and she's been on scene most of the day. We've been in contact with her via just the Twitter, and it looks like sometime the officers showed up at the house, and they will read through some of these. 24 officers and agents from DPS, Texas Rangers, FBI, and Austin Police. And that's what really tipped everyone off, is that the Austin Police showed up at the home in Northwest County, Harris County. They told neighbors it's in connection to an Austin missing person case. They are focused on the car in the back. And then there were some other tweets that went out that said they took a 1-month-old baby to the hospital. So, update, according to online records and sources, the car investigators are interested in is registered to someone Heidi knows. And her 3-week-old daughter have been missing since December 12th. Next update. But VFD confirms Medic 10 responded to the house this afternoon for a 1-month-old female. Call came from CPS, who requested an evaluation. She had no obvious injuries but went to the hospital for evaluation. So the baby seems to be fine. It looks that the baby seems to be okay. But update 3, removed the body from location tonight. So the initial reports are that the baby's okay, but there is not looking. Golly. Kelly says, found mom in trunk of her best friend's trunk and baby alive. Appears her best friend killed her. If you want to, I'll take, I don't know. If you want to call in my number, give me your thoughts. If you want to you want to say anything, if you want to let the people know how you feel, if you just want to give condolences and you want to put them on the record, you can call in to Dad with a Phone, that number there. If you want to join via, I'm not going to take a bunch of people, so if like 5 people try to join, I'm not going to take that, but I'll take a couple. If there's any listeners that want to come on stream live, if you're at the computer and you want to come on video, or if you don't want to come on by phone, you can come onto that. You can come directly into the stream by hitting that link that's in the chat on YouTube, and I'll throw it up in the StreamYard copy clipboard. I'll throw it up and put it in the chat. Um, Moses Lake, Washington. This is where Kelsey Barrett is from. Hello, this is Michael.
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing, sir?
How's it going? You calling from where are you calling from? Yeah, are you listening on live right now?
Yep, with my mom, yeah.
What are you thinking about?
I'm just thinking they've been friends for a long time, and you can't really trust anybody, I guess, nowadays. I mean, they can switch up on you just like that. For, a friend to turn around and, we don't know why yet or anything like that, but for them to turn around and do something this horrific, I guess.
I hear you great, and I understand what you're saying, but I can't get past that you're from Moses Lake. That's where your phone registered from. Did you know Kelsey Barrett?
I don't know her, but I do know the case. Me and my mom followed it.
Okay. I just wondered because I saw that. Like I'm pretty sure that's where Kelsey's from.
Yeah.
And so,
but
yeah, I got you.
30 minutes away from here. But.
So okay, so that with this one, you're just saying you never know. Your best friend will flip on you.
Yep.
I mean, we don't know all the details yet, but we do know it's someone that did know her, and definitely someone that had something to do with her, and that and we were kind of talking about, even I just brought Glare up into the window. We were talking about this being had to have been someone that knew her, because there was no evidence of her like struggle out of the apartment complex. So
yeah.
Well, man, thanks for your call. Give me your thoughts. All right.
You have a nice night.
Yep. Thanks for watching. What do you think, man? Oh, throw my headphones in. I can't hear a word you're saying. Go ahead.
I'm all over the place right now, man.
You're getting a little emotional over there. Did you get your Kleenexes out?
Not yet. I mean, it's we knew, experience tells us that this is most likely the case. When we saw all I could do is just, keep my hopes high. Just hope for a miracle, hope for something good. And a miracle did happen. The baby's okay.
Yep.
The baby's okay, and thank God for that. The baby's okay. That's all I keep telling myself right now. But all I can think about is that kid Silas, and I can't help but think about how rough things are going to be for him.
Since a lot of our talk was about not jumping to conclusions, I don't know if any YouTubers will see this, or if they'll even watch this. They're jumping online doing their own lives right now. But if there's any YouTubers out there that are watching, or you watch this later, and you did a video that maybe was bad on Shane, maybe it was a little rough on Shane, I would encourage you to pull your video offline. These kids are going to have to grow up, and the longer that stuff stays online, the longer the record of of what you said about those kids' father. And so
Well,
I would
I
encourage those people to pull those things off the record.
well, I was definitely one of the ones who advocated for his innocence until proven guilty. The video that I made studying his, and I should pull that anyway, but I want to be on record before I pull that I was saying the entire time that I did the breakdown of what I was getting out of that video and that interview was that this was an emotional man who was missing his family and he was scared, and I was not. And I thought it was irresponsible to compare this to the Chris Watts case. I thought it was beyond irresponsible. Um, and I was very vocal about that. And
Yeah, and I mean I'm not any
but
every content creator can do what they want. I'm just thinking of I'm not gonna I may have to
but
go back and listen to mine, but I don't think I said anything that I'm ashamed of or gonna pull down. And I analyzed his interview, but I thought I
right,
said it all along. They were setting this dude up and not setting him up. They didn't set him up though. The cops
no,
didn't set him
no,
up.
no,
He
no.
he straight up walked it out. So somebody else just came into this panel. I'm gonna grab them for a second. I'm gonna leave you in here though, but
Yeah.
let's see what's going on. Danielle, you here?
I'm here.
Hey, Danielle.
So
Hey.
what are you thinking?
Heartbroken. Sad. It's not the outcome any of us wanted. Um, I'm glad that we chose to remain neutral because we truly did. Will and I have been working together a lot on this, and I know he's collaborated with you a lot on this, and we have really, really tried to be open minded. And this was actually one of the things we suggested in our live a few nights ago.
I'm gonna pull the video just out of just the fact that you mentioned, how Silas could grow up and see that, and I can't handle that. I mean, just us picking apart his dad like that is disrespectful in itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Well,
that as
yeah,
soon as I
there.
get off of here.
Yeah, I mean, there's that kind of stuff that you have to think about because these are records, right? And just
Yeah,
because you pull it doesn't mean it goes away. But what it does do is
it shows respect.
well, it shows respect and it may help, right? It may help, and that's the only challenge I would give to I would put out there to um to creators that if you did something that I mean think about it because these kids have to grow up without their mother and these kids are internet babies and they're going to search mom's name out and there's going to be all of this stuff where she is tagged or talked about, all of this stuff remains forever. And so if you can't hide it, it'll still be there. Somebody's captured it, somebody's recorded it, but it will help. And so that was why I even said that. And the only reason I said that is because we talked about it over the last few days trying to stay
Absolutely.
neutral. So I don't want to talk about that a lot. I got a lot of texts,
Oh,
a lot of
yeah,
calls coming in. There's still a lot of information still coming in. We have
yeah,
some random stuff so far, but
yeah. I at no point was I ready to judge this man. At no
yeah.
point. And I stand by and I stand by that. Nobody can say that I did, and nobody can say that Danielle did. I know that for a fact.
We put that video up, his deleted interview, on our channel, and to any of our subscribers that are on here, just go back and look at your comments because we left the comment thread open and it is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
I'm emotional. I can't even show my face on the screen tonight, but
I can't get too deep into this aspect of this right now because I'm beyond angry about it.
yeah.
There was so much irresponsible behavior thrown around that I don't want to get into it.
Absolutely.
But I will. You better
No, I
fucking believe
mean,
I will.
no.
Not
Yeah,
doing it
you
now.
can get into it on your channel.
Yeah. Not
Is
now.
there anything? Is there anything that you would say to people, the family, or anything? If you want to give, I kind of want to just open it in for condolences, or just prayers or thoughts or anything.
Absolutely. I mean, Shane, Silas. I don't know Heidi's parents' names, but my heart was with you the entire time. It still is now more than ever, and there's a lot of people out here that feel the same way. So we really m- I'm not even a religious man, but I'm a man of faith in general. So I do pray, and I pray in my own way, and and I I I don't even have the words to describe how I feel for you right now.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up. We have thousands of people and who are following this. We've all been following it for 8 days now. It's not the ending that anybody wanted to see. I feel horrible for Heidi's parents. That is their only child. Um, it's just sad. Just know that you have thousands and thousands of people praying for you, sending you good vibes. Anything and whatever you believe in, just send them some positivity. They're gonna need it. They have a long road ahead of them, and it's terrible.
Okay,
No,
don't
no, no.
worry.
Come on, now talk to us. They're done. Tell me what.
Well, I have been listening for the past couple hours on Jay's show, and it's just so tragic because her friend, Heidi's friend, I think her name's Cassandra, she was on the line the whole time, and Jay was researching the target registry for this Megan and Christopher Green. And we kind of were all watching and putting it together all at the same time. And I just feel so bad for Heidi's friend who was on the phone on Jay's channel at the same time. It's so sad. And it kind of makes me wonder, because I guess the last text on Heidi's phone was with this Megan friend of hers about the breastfeeding issues. And I feel that they probably use this as a way to take advantage. A young mom is exhausted with a new baby and having issues maybe feeding the baby. And this friend of hers was in the delivery room and everything. It's blowing my mind that someone so close to her can do this. And then how my other point was how Shane mentioned in that interview. I don't really think he's involved right now, but how he mentioned in that interview, I hope someone's feeding the baby. And then the text message about the breastfeeding. So my mind's just kind of going 100 miles an hour. It's just so devastating.
Yeah, the world right now is devastated. I'm actually just texting with some very close friends of the family right now, and so they're just thanking me for staying. They're just thanking us, thanking I'm not going to mention them who they are, but they're friends, and they're thanking us for staying neutral through this thing, and and just please keep Shane in your prayers.
I know we all are so used to seeing the Patrick Frazie's and the Chris Watts out there, but I was hoping he's not involved in just going through the motions of something so horrifying to go through as somebody missing their family like this. And I feel bad for the Silas, their son, and I just feel bad for the whole family. Her parents are in town, and it's just devastating. Another holiday, D-Wop, like another holiday.
Yeah.
It's just sad, and we all have to keep them in our prayers and not be so quick to judge because we don't know what it's like, and hopefully we don't have to go through this. But I appreciate everything you do. I listen to you all day when I'm working and all day when I'm not, and I'm kind of obsessed with all this stuff, but I appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for your thoughts tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great night and a good holiday.
You
Listen
too.
to you right when I get off the phone.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, man. We're praying for all of you out there. There are family watching right now. Okay, guys. So I'm just gonna ask that if I have moderators in chat right now and you see anything, I don't even care. You can just block whoever. If I have any moderators in there right now, I don't know if there's anything that goes down in chat. Y'all feel free just to start booting people, because I just got a message that there are people watching that are related and family. So yeah, this thing, man, I gotta take a breath. Yeah, that whole show with with on Jay's show, I couldn't listen to it just because it just kind of started off kind of bad as far as they had some technical difficulties, so it just kind of drove me out of there a little bit. But my phone's about to blow up, kids. Sorry about you all on panel.
Oh no, man,
Hey,
you good?
You're
Hey.
live with Dad with a phone.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Who am I talking to?
Good. My name is Soul for Music 79.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
calling from New Hampshire.
Hey, Soul for
I
Music.
talked to
All
you
right.
the other night, actually.
Oh, okay.
You were on with Glare. And
Gotcha.
I just wanted to, just say how horrible this is, obviously, and it's terrible. It's tragic. And I'm just glad that you've been following it, and you and Jay both. I've been watching Jay too, and you guys have done a good job at just keeping it out there and keeping people paying attention. And I just think it's good. It sucks. The ending is terrible. We're right near the holidays, and it's the last thing anybody wants to hear. But I also just hope that, I don't know, I just feel bad for everyone involved. I mean, I've thought from the beginning that Shane was innocent. We still don't know. Who knows? There could be a underlying thing that we're not seeing. I guess we don't know all the details to this point, but it's just scary. You think you can trust people in your circle, and to find out you can't, it's scary. It makes you think.
Yeah, it's crazy. This thing is kind of wild when they talk about the baby registry.
Yeah.
That was set up by this other couple.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 babies, and both adopted, but my first, I didn't set up a registry, and we had nothing. Most people who are just having a baby don't. But I mean, that's just weird, And it was a boy registry, which is even weirder, because I don't know if anybody was listening to the friend earlier on Jay's, but she made a comment like she was talking about hearing the baby in the background while talking to this, I don't know if you say Megan or Megan, but that she could hear a baby, and said, "Oh, she sounds beautiful," or I won't get the wording right, but she said she sounds beautiful, and it was like, well, wait, what's up with the boy registry?
Gotcha.
So it was just kind of odd.
Yeah.
The whole thing. It's just scary.
It is scary.
To know somebody for that long. I mean, 20 plus years. And just awful. I mean, I've got friends I've known my whole life. And I think of that. Imagine if it was them to do such a thing. I mean, it's terrible. Scary. I don't know.
It is. Well, thanks.
Makes you think,
Yeah, it does. Thanks for calling in
Yeah,
tonight and giving us your thoughts.
Yeah.
We'll
All
talk
right, you
to you
take
later.
care.
Bye-bye. Oh man. I don't know. I'm freaking. It's like light a candle, smoke a bowl, and freaking sit back and just think happy thoughts, because I don't even know what to say. My phone is kind of blowing up. There's 2 people that I'd been talking to that I was gonna maybe bring on and do a show with that are related to this case, and they're still gonna maybe talk to me obviously it's going to be a day or two. We're going to let people, they need to
Yeah.
mourn and
Yeah.
really and be with real people. I'm humbled that they're in here, and I'm humbled that they listen, but hug some real people tonight. Hug some real people. Hey, and if you badmouth one of my friends in chat, you're just gonna go away. So I can badmouth my friends, but nobody else can. So if I said something tonight that you took as me talking about somebody, another creator, that's cool. But if you start badmouthing creators in my chat, I will send you running.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the chat right now.
Well, I'm trying to keep an eye on it because I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's your
I
show.
don't.
You got
Well,
it.
I
I have
don't.
the
Yeah, but I
luxury of
don't
not
always
having
know
it.
who's in here modding. I don't know
Right.
who's in here modding right now because I don't like none of my wrenches have really popped up anywhere. I don't see them, and so I'm just keeping an eye on it. And a couple of people I know they're trying not to mean harm. But Casey, you want a wrench right now? Oh shit! If I give Casey a wrench, y'all will be in trouble. There, boom. My chat's
Oh,
taken care of now. All my shit might go away. I might lose all my
is that Casey?
subscribers tonight.
Is that Casey? Casey?
It's the
Oh,
one and
yeah,
only
y'all are.
Casey.
Yeah. Okay.
She ain't gonna
Yeah.
get to keep one forever, but she got one for tonight because I don't know who else is in here. So Casey's got a wrench. So,
Yeah, y'all better watch your P's and Q's in that chat. That
but
shit is
well, I just don't want to watch chat, and I know Casey will watch chat, so she'll have
Right.
fun with that for tonight. I don't have to think about it now. And then somebody else will show up later. But I think I've given Casey a wrench before and taken it away from her too. So Casey pissed me off one time real hard. She got blocked for a while.
I'm terrible about like I never tell my mods when I'm going on, and they got lives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just get a wild hair up my ass and then I go on, and then like if I'm lucky, two of them will show up. But yeah, I just risk it.
No, I don't tell them either. The other day when I had a show planned, they reached out to me and was like, well, how do you want us to mod tonight? And that was the first time, and I was like, oh god, do I have to micromanage y'all now? Come on, I gave y'all the wrench. If y'all get rid of somebody, don't worry about it. There's 6 billion people in the world. Somebody else will follow. So
exactly. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen?
But I'm not trying to make light of things right now. I'm just trying to lighten up. It got pretty serious in here real quickly. So
yeah.
Right now, Danielle's in here, right? Is that who's in here? Danielle?
Yeah.
Is that the real Massacre Talk?
Yeah.
Or whatever?
I don't know where she is right now, but
she is.
I think she's still here.
Oh,
I see her still in the thing, but
she's still here.
She while we're waiting on her, man, I'll go ahead and talk her up a little bit because she has been on top of this thing. I've been in a chat with her and her mods. I just met them just because of this case, and everything, like they were on top of every single detail as Jay's live was going on, and just getting all the info and it was like right on cue with everybody that was working for Jay. I was like impressed, super impressed. Like her people are on it, and you're not going to get rumors from them. You're going to get facts,
Yeah, and the it's still one of those things. I don't right now, and I don't trust the media a lot, but in these kind of cases, I want to hear directly from somebody with a letter next to them, because I don't know necessarily who's who, and I've heard some stuff, like even the girl that was on Jay's channel, and she was like, he failed the lie detector test. I was like, well, where did you get that info from? And she was like, well, I don't know. And I was
actually, the friend that Jay had on there said that, but in all fairness to her, she did say she thinks. She didn't say for sure. She said,
yeah,
I think he failed
yeah. No.
So,
she thinks she failed it.
But that's where that.
But I don't think he did. The thing is I don't think he failed it. And so and I'm not even gonna. But those are the things. Like because if I ask one of those news sources, If I ask one of them news sources that tweeted out some, oh yeah, you heard a body was pulled out, or you heard a baby went to the hospital, they're gonna confirm where they heard it from me. Like, where'd you hear that? That's a rumor or whatever, you know. And so that's the only thing I hate. That's the only thing I don't like about not being somewhere. And that's why the Kelsey Barrett case became easy, because I got to check all the facts for myself. You know, I walked
Right.
down the street, go talk to the cops, talk to the news people. I have to learn. And there's people I do trust. I mean, there's people that send me info all the time that are on YouTube and Facebook, and I trust their info pretty heavy.
But you
Um,
got to be able to confirm it, yeah, just to make sure you're not putting out just a bunch of junk,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. I get you. Um, and I'm
Oh my
just,
goodness. Okay, so you guys remember that you remember that oh god, this is going to be bad. Um that Heidi had some charges a few years back, and
Yes.
this is her running buddy. This is Megan, and this is Megan with the same charges a few years back.
Yeah, I pulled up her criminal record earlier. I don't know if I can get to it. Her charges are for like thousands of dollars in theft.
2500.
Is that what it was? I
Yeah,
know
felony theft 2500.
Yeah.
And so this is believed to be a mugshot from Megan. I believe it.
This girl says she's a
Yeah.
wedding planner. I sent all of our admins the link right before I went on live with you. She's got a whole website set up for wedding planning. She's got a LinkedIn for wedding planning.
Yeah, she's a hustler.
She's got
Yeah.
about 10 different names, quite a few different spellings of Megan. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh shoot, I got Brandon. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh man. Gosh, guys, I don't like reading my text right now. Y'all talk. Y'all can talk about whatever. Blair, say
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
I'm sitting here reading text.
Yeah, I mean,
How much you really think?
shit. I'm trying to veer
This
away
is
from what
learning
I'm.
for everybody, right? Because we all are so close to 7 days. The last 7 days, everybody's been on this every day, lots of hours. We've been watching it unfold, and now
Yeah.
all of a sudden, boom, we get the news that we didn't want.
I mean, it was crazy. I was listening to Jay's live and listening to her friend, and I had feelings about that I won't get into right now. But and that was going on, and then boom, out of nowhere, this development happened while she was live with her friend, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm at work. I took my break specifically, and I'm sitting there in the basketball gym just shooting hoops, and listening to this live, and kind of here commenting here and there with my I barely participated in that chat. I was listening mostly, and then I was annoyed with a couple of things I was hearing, but just generally, like there was a search party.
Well, I
that
don't
was
want
supposed
to. I
take
don't
place.
want
No, no,
to.
no, 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 no. I'm not
I don't want
trashing.
to
No,
pick
no,
apart this
no,
chat.
no, 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 no,
Not
no,
pick
no.
apart
That's not
this
what I'm.
stuff. Oh,
That's not
okay.
what I'm doing. I'm saying like so there was one thing that I was like, why is it going to take till why is our search party happening Saturday, 10 days after this happened? So I asked that, and then
That's a good point, Miss Jane. She said Shane probably was working the whole time with him. And we're sitting, Shane he probably on the phone, knowing the guy that was halfway, he got through an interview, made those phone calls to 911. He's probably calling the cops every day, probably
It's
trying to
possible.
figure out what's going on.
It's
Well,
possible.
somebody brought up in our group right before I came on here, they said, do you remember when Shane said in his interview, just bring her somewhere, bring her so I know that she's safe. Like he was
Yeah.
talking about the baby. He knew that somebody had his baby. And I wonder if that's why that interview was
Well,
pulled
no, no,
down.
no. Let's hold on a second, because the reporter specifically asked him, if someone has them, what do you
Yeah,
want to
he was
say to them?
answering. Yeah, no, he was
He was
answering those
answering a
questions.
question.
Yeah, on
Right.
that raw report, he was answering the question, and that's
Okay.
what people had to put in
Right.
context. But see, that's how it happens. And so here's the deal. At first, and I said it with you, Blair. I said, man, that was terrible. They put that freaking interview out, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then on the flip side, I look at it now and I'm like, well, I mean, I gave an honest opinion on it and an honest judgment on it, and I didn't crucify him. I said he could be guilty all along. He might not be
Sure.
guilty, but I
He
wasn't going to
might
make
still
him.
he
Yeah,
might
I
still be
wasn't going to
involved.
make him guilty over an interview, right? But it gave us an honest look at him, and I think he was being honest
I still
and
feel that way, and
yeah, and
I
so
feel. Go ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
I'm just getting to the point. Part of it is maybe that raw interview was the best thing instead of because if
Yes.
they would have chopped it up, had they chopped it up,
It
then
would
I
have been
would have
honest.
well, and it would have been a lot more easy to pick apart because
Right.
we wouldn't have got to see all that weird transition stuff with the camera guy. We wouldn't have got to see all that stuff that was awkward anyway. We would have only got to see his awkward swaying back and forth, right? But because they gave it to us raw, we understood that whole situation was awkward.
I was thinking the exact same thing when I was watching John Crime's reaction to it. He posted a video. Because him and I went live, and he hadn't even heard about the case.
Yeah,
and I told him about it, and then he started. I started to kind of tell him, and then I was like, you need to watch it. You need to watch it for yourself without my influence to influence your opinion. I don't want that to happen. And so today he released a reaction video to it, and as he was talking about it, I was thinking in my head, I was like, you know what? I was talking about. I was criticizing how we saw this raw footage, but basically the same thing you just said. And the whole thing is, it's true. We don't know. We still don't know if he was involved. I feel I'm of the opinion that if he was involved, there had to have been money involved somehow. Maybe this person who's a hustler who is arrested for this situation, who's the perpetrator, maybe she told him, hey, you give us the baby or set it up to where we can get the baby, and there's going to be money in it for you.
This girl's this is something else. This runs
I don't
deep.
believe it. I
This
don't
runs
believe
deep.
it.
20
Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm just trying to keep an open mind here because, like I said, we don't, like you said, we don't know.
Yeah.
But my heart is I believe this man is just a grieving boyfriend and father. That's all I'm thinking right now, honestly.
You can hear it in the audio only. When you just listen to the audio, you can hear just the.
Yeah, that's what your thing was, is that just listen to the audio.
Yeah, Will and I talked about that because when he originally went live about this, he couldn't pull the video up, and you hear something completely different when you just listen to what he's saying and you don't look at all the actions and all the awkwardness going on with the camera.
Let's switch subjects for a second. Let's talk about this Megan girl. What do you think? Because we can talk about her now. All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about her. And the reason I want to talk about her is because something went down. We don't know the whole situation. We don't have all the details, right? We don't even know if she's been arrested yet. We don't know who they're talking to. Who, if they found a body, somebody's getting arrested. And so we know that's going to happen. And I don't think I've put at least 5 tweets out to 5 different reporters now to say the next answered question is who's responsible? Who's responsible? That's now, and I know the law enforcement is on that. They probably got somebody right now in an interrogation room and they're going after them. Megan, Chris, whoever. I don't know.
She's going to be guilty by association no matter what.
Well, the body's found on there. They got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
And the baby's found there. So now people are asking in the chat, we don't know that this is Heidi. We don't know that this is Heidi. Listen, I'm not.
Come on.
Yeah. At this point,
you got Austin
it's
P.
7
down
days,
there with the FBI.
7 days later, I got at least two credible news sources saying this is related to her. We know that the car she was found, that the body was found in, is a friend of Heidi's. So, yes, we may be speculating because, out of respect, they're not going to say it until it's officially documented. But
Right.
it's guys, we're praying. I mean, we're gonna pray at someone else, I don't know, but we're it's Heidi. The baby has been confirmed again by credible news sources that the baby went to a hospital, was taken to a hospital, but was in condition, healthy conditions. Yeah. And so it sucks. It's not the outcome we wanted. It's not what we want to hear.
And let's take a second here to give respect to law enforcement and their due diligence and how they did a great job. These men are heroes. These men and women are heroes.
Absolutely.
I mean, they got to work and they got something done, and it's not looking like it's the wonderful outcome that we were hoping for, but the baby's safe, and I'm trying to just stay focused on my gratitude for that right now. Absolutely.
Somebody says so. Shane probably knew the baby was okay. If Shane was involved, but listen, I guarantee you, when the chips fall on this, this is gonna be a jealous best friend, friend. This is gonna be a friend who saw something, or I don't know. These girls have been running thick as thieves for a minute. Like,
Shane has nothing to gain by this woman in Houston who is Heidi's friend taking their baby. He's got nothing to gain by that.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything, and that's the thing is,
there's nobody with any. The only thing could be money, and there's nobody who's got any money.
There's no money. Right. He started GoFundMe. He started GoFundMe because somebody kidnapped his fiance and kidnapped his baby, and he's flipping the freak out. He's calling the cops. Remember, nobody else called the cops. The best friends didn't come over and call the cops. He called the cops.
That's right.
And he did all the interviews, and he said her name out loud, and he's talked and tried to get people to pay attention. If it wasn't for his ass, you wouldn't even be watching. And so,
and he's been put through the ringer. He's been drugged through the coals, crucified, all of the above.
And right now he's a grieving father.
He's a victim at this point. He's a victim until we know any differently.
It does. I could get fired up. I could get. I don't want to go that way.
I'm with you, dude.
I don't want to go that way. I don't want to get us fired up. I don't want to get fired up.
Fucking here right now, man. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I see you trying to watch your language. I'm trying to respect your channel.
I only watch my language from my sponsors. I could always just say I could say, like, that's a dumbass guess. Don't worry about them.
Shane had said that he got off work early that day. He was getting off work early that day, and I would assume that Heidi knew that. And you have to wonder if she shared that with that Megan girl.
Somebody said, "I can't wait till you're wrong." What do you mean? What if I'm wrong? What, that Shane's involved? Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I've said that. I've said I don't know. We don't know. No. But we sure as hell can't blame. Yeah. Wait, well, stick around, Michelle, because I'll be wrong tonight before it's over. I promise you. About something.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, there was like a picture of him at a bar. They're like, why would he be in a bar? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe
he's fucking
he's coping with his
oh my God,
girlfriend and baby being missing. I don't know.
Man, you're gonna get me fired up. Man.
What I can tell you guys is that there are people with Shane's family that have texted me tonight, and they've said thank you. So I'll tell everyone else to.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'll be nice. That's the first time I've ever flipped anyone off in chat. But I don't worry about it. And
I have, but my camera was off. So.
Oh, your camera was off. They probably take a picture of that. They get double fingered on that one. It doesn't have to be fun. We can laugh though. This is how people deal with tragedy.
You
is
have
why-
to laugh.
This is why
Or
Shane.
you-
No, this is
or
why
you'll
Shane's
cry.
nervous
No.
laugh came out. This is when Shane's nervous laugh came out in
Right.
his interviews.
Yeah.
You had it's everybody deals with this stuff differently.
And it's always okay to laugh at sheer ignorance and stupidity, because if you're not going to laugh at it, you're going to get mad at it. And I'm not trying to get mad right now.
well,
I'm just
yeah,
not
I was
trying to get mad
crying
at it.
earlier, so
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So if I can't laugh and cry in the same day, oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
oh send me to Omar's.
Oh my God.
I don't even know. This looks like a troll in here with a cat face.
Of course, it's a goddamn.
I
troll.
watched that. I watched
Casey's
that
not
new.
trying to get her wrench taken away down there, guys. Behave.
Yo, I'm telling you, y'all, Casey's on the job, dude, and get her.
Why? I'm not going to take your wrench away, Casey. What are you saying? I didn't even see what you said. You're
Well,
on
she-
best behavior today. You'll probably be on your best behavior because you don't want to get your wrench taken away.
Casey's in all caps, like freaking out. Oh man,
Fear and
Oh.
help.
Yo,
Have
thank-
on another subject, just because I can for a second. You need to go watch "Don't Fuck with Cats."
Oh
on
my
Netflix.
gosh.
On Netflix.
Shannon had me
It's
watch
3
that.
episodes.
yeah. My mods are on my case about watching that, and I still haven't watched it.
Dude, it's 3 hours, and it is sleuthing, bro. It is sleuthing at the professionals.
Wait, who was in the delivery room? Kat saying was
Megan. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was in the delivery,
yeah.
from what I understand.
Yep. That's what I've heard. That's the rumors.
wow.
That's
There's
all I can think about
pictures.
right now. Thank God Margot is okay. Thank God
Yes.
Margot is okay.
Yes.
How about the fight over the spelling of Margot's name that I've seen online?
Oh, good Lord.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's better than calling her Margot. Nobody's doing that. Calm down.
No, it's pronounced Margot, but it
Yeah.
does have a T.
Right.
Yeah, they're
I
from
think
Louisiana.
maybe people got confused because Heidi on her post, she had it without the T, but she had it with the T as well. So
Oh, somebody got confused. Who had it with T and without T?
Heidi did, but her real name is with the T, and
Oh, yeah.
Heidi would post it both ways, and
Yeah. That's like Mikey, baby, girl, whatever your nickname is for
Right.
your kid.
And that's a good point. Cats and all, most guilty people do lawyer up, and my man did not lawyer up.
No,
As
he
far as
didn't
we
lawyer
know.
up. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you, I bet this whole time that dude's been on the phone with law enforcement every day.
Yeah.
I bet he's been on the phone. I bet his dad has been on the phone with him, with law enforcement. It seemed like his dad was there. It sounds like, well, here's the deal. Like I try to hear the truth in some of this stuff. So like when I listen to these friends give interviews on some other channels, I try to take the nuggets of real truth, and then I try to weigh through maybe emotion and their own speculation and their own perspective, right? Like I heard a couple of, or one of her friends describe a fight that went down. Is there a couple out there that hasn't been in a fight before? That's all I want to know. Like,
Yeah,
I've been married for 16 years, and my wife has thrown shit at me. So,
and I'm hearing all this stuff about this guy did this and this guy did that. Okay, but that none of this stuff makes anybody a murderer.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
so with all of that, but I try to find the little nuggets of truth, right? So if maybe. Okay, so they had to argue here and there, but then there was some other things that were said was like, well, yeah, but he's doing this, he's trying to be a dad, or she was trying to explain through different things, and I was just like, there's some truth in all of this, but it's only through one person's perspective. So,
but the
Yeah,
thing is we're all humans. I told somebody this the other day. They were, trying to say he was a drug addict, and I'm like, are you talking like, did he use drugs back in the day? Because how many in this room, in this group right here, can say that they didn't use some drugs in their 20s and their teens?
And how
I'm
many?
gonna go do some drugs right after I'm done here. I'm just saying.
And I bet you're not going to murder your wife and kids, are you?
No way, bro. I'm gonna go take a blue pill, and then I'm gonna take a blue pill.
Stop it.
My wife's gonna piss. She'll be pissed about that one. Gonna get me in trouble. Anyway. Anyway,
Oh.
see, so that's what we need. Laughing through the tears, baby. Beth, if I
Open
could,
minds.
if you can
No,
cry.
they were making some serious claims about some serious drug use, and we had to put a stop to that. It's just
I
Open
crazy.
minds. Oh, no, I'm gonna go do the hard drugs. don't be telling these kids that I'm going weak, bro.
Yeah, my
If
man
I'm
lives
gonna
in
do it, I'm gonna go for
Colorado.
the hard stuff,
Yeah,
man.
what you think are drugs, it's different. What Colorado thinks are drugs. That's a different conversation, my man.
Denver legalized mushrooms. I know that.
Did
They
they?
like
Yeah,
they like
I've heard
decriminalize.
that.
They
Yeah,
didn't legalize them. They decriminalized them. But
which is
either
the
way,
same
hey,
thing.
here's what it is. So there is a for y'all, because I know I got a lot of I got a lot of religious and spiritual people that follow me, and so I'll say this: there is an old proverb that says when there's a man that is weary or he is facing stress, give him hard drink or strong plant. And so the old proverb goes, when you're in your tough times, sometimes a hard drink or a strong plant will help you out. So hey, go take your prescription medicines. Take your crazy pills, ladies. Boom, I just lost 10,000 followers right there. All these ladies are being like, what did he just say?
I mean, I'm on here
Where's
laughing
my
about
crazy
it, so
pills? Where are my pills at? Come on, people. We are not going to say drug addicts are murderers, because if drug addicts are murderers, we got a lot of murderers running around.
A whole lot of them.
And so
We got a whole lot of dads, moms,
and
aunties,
fighting with
grandmas.
the woman you're married with, or fighting with the woman you sleep with, that ain't nothing new, kids. That's been happening. It doesn't mean it's domestic violence, you know. And we turn this thing of domestic violence into this almost joke where a woman can call the cops and the guy's going to jail for domestic violence. And so be careful, man. Be careful. Y'all are tough women. Y'all don't be saying it was verbal abuse. Y'all can cut some dudes up with your tongues. So
I'm gonna plead the
just
fifth on this one.
calm down. Yeah. Y'all be quiet now, because we're all gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, you know,
I'll be
yeah.
in trouble. So just calm down. It's
Don't-
okay.
Don't get Danielle talking.
It's
Yeah,
okay. I know.
I'll be quiet.
Talking about what? What were you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, we ain't talking about
No,
nothing.
what did I poke? What did I get you? What did I poke?
I'm not. Nah, we're not falling into that trap. I'm not
Come
falling
on,
in the
Danielle.
old D-Wop trap. I done fucking spilled my guts to your ass.
Oh
no.
Not
gosh!
happening again.
That was on your own show too.
Yeah.
Somebody, Casey
But
said they don't
the
call
thing
the
is,
cops at her
the
house.
thing is about that is this is stuff that I'm very.
That's my mod.
That's stuff that
I
I'm always
love it.
very open about on my show anyway. So it's all good, man. It's all good.
No. And listen, I was talking with the Oxygen channel yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was, about KK and her relationship being a relationship with Patrick Frazee, of a domestic violence relationship. That woman was under some sort of domestic violence relationship. That still
Sure.
don't give her permission to do what she did in the Kelsey case. And so, oh man, all the woman has to do is leave. They get everything, right?
Just get up and leave.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's not that easy.
Y'all
Yeah, it
hate
is.
me. They're gonna hate me.
Yeah, it is.
Listen,
Get
I got up
leave.
and left before, and I left everything. I said, "Take the house, keep it. I'm done."
Oh,
There's a few of us that don't want shit, but
Yeah,
happiness and peace.
happiness and peace.
That's it.
That's all I want. Some happiness and peace.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you're just joining, we're just kind of like grieving through some shit. So we're talking about Heidi and Margot. They went missing on December 12th. They've been missing for 7 days today, and there was a major break in the case. Reports were coming in that there was a dozen or more cops at a house in Houston, Texas. Now, the crime happened in Austin, Texas. They were focusing at this house around a vehicle in the backyard, and the report was that a 1-month-old baby was taken to the hospital. And then this evening, it was confirmed via Jessica Wiley on Twitter that she's on location. She's a news reporter on location. She was given updates the whole night. And she said it was right about 2 hours ago, she gives the update. They've removed the body from the location. And so we believe that Heidi is no longer with us. That's the assumption we're making here, based on the fact that this house is to be known as the residence of one of Heidi's longest and best friends. The vehicle that was in the backyard that the cops were paying attention to has been confirmed to be um, belonging to a friend of Heidi's. And so we've made some assumptions today. We've done that after we've seen some facts and some evidence, and we have eyewitness accounts that they did remove a body from the house. And so we've prayed, we've cried, we've laughed, and we've let you come on. If you want to come on and say something, if you want to call in, you can call in. If you want to join this crazy panel, I'm going to throw the link up one more time because I know I see a couple people out there.
How did they get her to go in that car willingly?
She's a friend. She's a friend. It could have been anything. Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. I'm going to swing by. I'm going to grab you and the baby and let's go get a milkshake. It could have been anything.
No car seat.
Well, no car seat or anything. It could have been like, we're just going to run up to HEB and get a milkshake.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a no caller ID coming in. This one could be fun.
Okay.
Hello, this is Michael, Dad with the phone, the glare, Danielle from
Real Massacre Talk.
Real Massacre Talk. We're all here. Who's this?
This is Dee Clue Girl. I'm kind of new to your channel, and I've kind of been, I called in once before, but I didn't give my name. But I just wanted to tell you that I really appreciated the way you handled this whole thing. And I think, just because of the Chris Watts thing and the Timothy Jones murder, and, there has been a lot of family massacres going on lately. And, everybody's got to realize that every case is different.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate the fact that you went that way, and whoever else did with you that's on your panel, or whatever, whoever the other creators are that didn't go down that road of it's a Chris Watts again and whatever. It is appreciated, and people should know, that they really have to look a little bit past an interview on a news station before they, want to throw their hat in the ring and compare him to Chris Watts, Timothy Jones, or whoever else.
Absolutely. No, I thank you for the kind words, and thanks for listening.
Oh, no problem, man. I just wanted to, and there was only the one thing I wanted to mention to you. There was last night, I think there was Austin PD did a search warrant on a human trafficking house.
Yeah, they did.
And I think I did send that to you on your Facebook because I had no other way to get it to you. But
yeah, I
kind of
saw
thought
that.
Maybe that was related in some way.
Well, we never know. Well, we never even know because we don't even know how they got tipped off to this, right? We're not, we're not 100% unsure on how they got the tip to get there, and so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Well, we don't even know who's been charged yet. Nobody's
right.
Nobody's officially, that we know of. So we'll see what happens. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes down. So
yeah, no. And the only other thing too is that, the family's got to get notified for sure what's going on before the public gets it. And, once the family knows and, the investigators feel comfortable with that, then they'll do a press conference and, we'll all know kind of what's going on a little bit more than we do right now, even though we have an idea. And so I just wanted to let everybody know that so, they don't get frustrated and, upset because they don't know what's really going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling in tonight.
No problem, man. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all folds out. Delaware's in the house.
One of our mods just messaged me and said that Megan texted Heidi that morning about some.
You are live.
D-Wop,
Yeah.
I'm waking up to this. What happened?
Oh, is this Yolanda?
Yes,
Oh.
D-Wop.
I don't have you in my phone yet. You ain't that special yet.
Excuse me?
I'm just messing. I'm just
D-Wop,
messing.
I've been with you since the beginning.
Hey, I know you have. I know you have.
So I say, Robbie, I said hello.
I will. I'll tell everybody. So
What happened?
Yolanda, I'm gonna get you filled in real quick with the 30-second version.
Yes.
Sometime this evening, multiple law enforcement agencies ran a search warrant or searched this house. They focused.
I already know this.
Okay, they focused.
Did the Megan kill the girl for the baby?
See, get out of here, Yolanda. You trying to get me to speculate? You need to be going over to Jay's for Justice show.
No, if she did, Jay was right.
She's gonna be. It's gonna be part of it. It's gonna definitely be part
listen.
of it.
Don't tell me the husband was involved.
No.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. We don't know. All we do know is that it's Megan's. They're at Megan's house. That the car is probably registered to Megan. And they haven't officially said that, but they have said it's registered to a friend. And then that they took a baby to the hospital and then they took a body out of the house. That's what we have. And so,
oh my God.
But I'm sure we're going to wake up or we're probably not going to sleep. And
no, I'm staying on. I'm staying on with you guys, not on the telephone, but I'm hitting your channel, going back from you and Jay.
All right, well, get in there and back me in chat. All right, we'll talk to you later, Yolanda. Bye. They have found what they believe, and so what they are implying is related to her case. And so they did say it was related to a missing persons case in Austin. So that's how we have come to the conclusion. We're mourning a little bit. We're talking, we're taking phone calls. We're talking about how this case is a perfect example of why it's good to be neutral. It doesn't mean you can't have a speculation group or you can't have a speculation talk. You can speculate about cases and you can speculate on the how and the what and the when, but you got to be clear when you're talking about victims and suspects and people who may be suspects, because the families are going to have access to this stuff forever. Like the children will come back and watch, and they're going to come across where people have talked about their father, people have talked about their mother, people have talked. And so you just got to be careful. So it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about getting her face out there too. That's the other thing. If this is going to be about who's right, fuck it. I don't want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to be wrong every time. And that is, I want good, peaceful, living endings to every one of these cases. And so if the game is about being right or wrong, then you're playing in the wrong arena. Go play some football, because this is true crime that most of the time talks about real people's lives and babies' lives. And so the idea that we're going to try to be right about this. Hey, if Shane would have come back guilty and y'all would have all come and I told you so, I would have been like, piss off too, right? Because
Right.
if we're trying to be right, it's ridiculous. We're trying to bring awareness. Like my whole thing was put her face out there,
Exactly.
so that if that baby runs into someone, if the mother runs into someone that doesn't watch media, but if they see her face on a YouTube, that maybe the outcome's different. So
yeah, the focus should absolutely be
coming in. Oh, she's trying to come in.
Yeah, the focus should have definitely just stayed on, finding Heidi and Margot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's going on down under?
Miss Jane.
Howdy, I'm just going to turn this off.
All right, turn it off and put your headphones
Okay.
on or whatever.
You know why he was acting so weird? I think that that day they established that it was an abduction, and I think they cleared him, and I think he was sort of diverting. You know how he was acting really weird, and he kept saying, just bring her back, just bring her back. And he was very grief stricken. So I think they knew that day that it was an abduction. And I think that's why his emotions were really all over the place. You know, like he was also, I think their whole goal was to keep them both safe and retrieve them both. And by him sort of, you know how he seemed to be following a scroll, and he had said, oh, I've been saying this whole thing all day over and over and over, and how confused he was. I think that maybe the police did advise him what to say.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think they didn't know who took them, but he would, because every time he would talk about Heidi, he would cry, and they were real emotions. So, you know, and I think he'd be very forgiving of us for judging him in that way, because he was probably put up to that interview, and really, you know, his whole goal was to bring them home safely, and we were judging him by his strange behaviour. You know, so I mean, I think you know, the police were onto it straight away.
Oh yeah, no, they obviously had done a question and answer with him, and we find out, at least we've heard, that he had multiple interviews, and like I said, he was probably talking to him every day about stuff, you know, and so and again, everybody's learning, everybody's learning lessons about how they're going to talk about these cases. This one's perfect because almost every creator did something, right? Like this it wasn't a case that like just one or two creators picked it up. If you're in this little true crime circle of maybe 15 or 20 or whatever creators, or maybe 30 or 40 or 50 or however many out there, but the ones I kind of watch and look at and follow, they all pick this case up. So it's going to be interesting if they learned anything at covering this, because it happened so quickly. We've got answers now, or we know that we're going to get some answers.
His emotions would have been all over the place. You know, that his fiance and baby had gone missing, and he probably had inside information that it was an abduction, and then, you know, he
knows if he didn't do it. Yeah, he knows if he didn't do it, somebody else had to.
I mean, he knew it was an abduction because he said that she would not just leave. There's no way that she would just leave. I know my girlfriend. I know her as a mother and as the girlfriend. She's not just going to take baby and go. We went over this the last time we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you don't know whether the police told him to give conflicting times. You know how they said that he didn't call the police until 7 o'clock that night? You don't know that he was trying to derail the actual perpetrators.
I don't think the cops would have used the victim. I don't think they would have used him to give misinformation. They may have helped him to limit what he talked about and say, hey, don't talk about this, or let's not mention this yet because we don't want to give this information out. But I don't think they would have tried to give disinformation, only because that would really confuse everybody. He's getting confused on what's the truth and what's not the truth. So he's not going to be told to give disinformation.
And that's going to be detrimental to them collecting facts and collecting any type of information, genuine information to tracking these missing people.
They may let some information slip, just not slip, but it's strategic. Just like in the Kelsey Barrett case, they said the cops said the phone pinged in Idaho. But when we get to court, we know the cops knew it pinged here, all the way to Idaho. So sometimes they want to give a little bit of information out to let the people know, oh, there was a travel or the abduction. So no, I think his interview was genuine. I think it was a genuine interview. And I think the reason he had some detail discrepancies is because he did say that thing 15 times. He did get to a point where it's like, oh yeah, I told that I got up, but I forgot to tell that she was cooking breakfast. So yeah, she cooked breakfast or she was making lunch, and we went back and forth through different things.
And he's probably an addict, like everybody's saying, and he's probably a drunk, like everybody's saying.
Nothing that day to calm his nerves.
What I'm saying,
Absolutely.
who knows?
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, who knows?
Well, and,
I mean, but I know that the dude I was looking at was telling the truth. That's all I know.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm sticking to that for now. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words.
That's
sure.
the story. Well, no, the thing is you don't have to, because wrong or right is not the game we're playing. Neither of us, none of us are wrong or right in these situations. I didn't commit no murders, I'm just talking about this thing.
I'm just saying that's how I feel when I see.
Yeah, but that's how that whole.
No, you're right. You're right.
We got to be wrong or right. We don't have to be wrong or right. You have your opinion. I have my opinion.
Right. The reason I feel that way is because it's important to not demonize somebody who could very, very well be a victim here, who is grieving, who is lost his wife, or his girlfriend. I'm sorry.
What'll happen now is we won't know. They're not going to give us a lot of information because they're going to go. It's an investigation now, so they're going to give us some details because they're going to want. They have to put the public at ease, and so they're going to give some details about what happened tonight. But as far as investigation, there's still, this could be just her and her husband or her boyfriend, or it could just be her. What if it was her boyfriend who calls like, freaking girl showed up with the baby, the crazy woman, like a crazy woman that flipped out, killed her, took the baby, and then like the husband was like, where'd you get this baby? Or something, I don't know. So we don't know how they got to her house.
Anything. Yeah.
Like we don't even know. So it could have been a tip. It could have been, hey, y'all need to go check out Megan because she's disappeared, and I called and I heard a baby crying, or whatever. It could have been whatever. And so it'll be interesting to see the facts come out now, because we know that the baby's safe. We have a closure, and they have a body, which means they're gonna tell a story to what happened. And so
how evil of that day was the first day she was on her own. Her family had gone home, and to pounce on her the minute that they could and lure her. Oh, it's just despicable.
Yeah, this is somebody that apparently she trusted probably more than anybody. She considered her best friend. She was there in the delivery room when she had the baby with her. I mean, that's disgusting.
It's sick.
They write soap operas about shit like this.
Yeah.
And you write it off as unbelievable. You write it off as unbelievable.
And this person apparently was wearing a bump. A fake bump. So this woman was a psycho that apparently
wait. So
was wearing a bump and was looking for a baby.
Where are you getting this info from?
Oh, Jays for Justice. I was just listening to Jays for Justice, and they said that she was pregnant. She lost her baby, and she was looking for a baby.
Is that the conspiracy?
Don't you believe me?
They're saying on that channel that she faked her pregnancy, that she was pregnant, but she faked it, because there's no pictures of the baby,
so this is planned.
Yeah, the theory is that it was premeditated. Yes,
premeditated,
planned
out,
right
from the start, sadistic.
Sinister.
I'm wearing a baby bump.
Yeah.
Is there, and who are they saying this because of the friend that was on with Jay?
Well, she didn't know any of this. This was all a shock to her.
So where did Jay come up with this info?
The whole time, this woman is thinking it was Shane.
Yeah,
This
that's
whole
what I
yeah,
heard. That's what I was
yeah.
listening to. So
This whole time,
then
and
what
then this
then they immediately changed over to, oh no, we got Megan with the baby bump. Gotcha. Yeah. I'll have a talk with Jay later. I'll have a
all
talk
kinda
with Jay
broke,
later.
though. It broke in the middle of Jay's live.
right,
I
yeah,
literally had just told Will and everybody, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to bed. If something happens, somebody tag me, call me, and like
Who's Dallas? Before I let
2
Dallas
seconds
in.
I don't know. I'm seeing that in the private chat too.
2 seconds later, somebody pops
Oh,
up and
click on
tags
the
me
live
in that article, and
comments.
I was like, well, it's gonna, here we go, and here we are.
In the
It's
private
crazy.
chat.
Dallas, now you're in the live chat, so you got to turn
Yeah.
down your volume if you got your volume up on YouTube. Dallas, where are you calling from? Dallas?
No, I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on this thing?
Well, I'm kind of surprised that the woman is deceased and the baby isn't. It doesn't usually work out that way.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. I mean, not that she's gone, not that Heidi's dead, but that the baby's okay at least.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens, but it's only like once or twice a year that I hear about a case where a baby is abducted or, done a amateur C-section or something where somebody wants the baby, and usually they just try to get them from hospitals or places like that. It doesn't involve homicide.
Especially of your best friend or of a friend of 13 years, like all of a sudden you're gonna like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to the friend party with the baby in a year, or what do you? I mean, like, what was your train of thought of thinking I can kill her and I fake my own birth and then I have her baby? Like, what was your train of thought really with that? Were you gonna show up with mutual friends? Surely you have mutual friends if you've been friends for 13 years, and so. Yeah, there's some crazy psycho shit going on for
Weren't they
sure.
trying to gaslight her by that? Was it Braun Moxley? Is that his name that was receiving those emails? And they were trying to put out like gaslighting, saying the paternity of the baby was put in doubt. That's how they're putting out seeds of doubt and saying, was she
Absolutely. I bet they were.
depressed?
They were probably on watching
Thinking that-
everybody's shit. They were probably playing little social media games, throwing little jabs at Shane. They were probably trying to point the finger right at his ass, because they wanted to keep the attention off
Exactly.
them.
To divert the
Well,
attention.
apparently
Absolutely.
Megan lost her baby, and she was pregnant. She lost her baby, and she carried on with the because a lot of people get psychotic, like this person's unstable, and he's got something wrong up here, and so she carried on with the pregnancy, pretending she was pregnant.
So you're saying what she did was
listen,
she
wait,
got
wait.
pregnant.
Let me stop this for a second, because I ain't gonna go down this road. You were quoting something that you heard on fucking YouTube. So just so you know, we don't know that she pretended anything. We don't know any of that. I haven't seen any of that. We don't even, nobody even knows that. We are now speculating, and we can go down the speculation road that Megan planned this out, had a fake baby planned out, and I'll let you continue, but we don't know that that's fact.
Let's be clear that it's speculation.
I'll put my disclaimer out, because we're on Dad with the Phones channel right now, not Dad channel, not the Damn Drama channel, not the Speculation channel, and so I don't want to speculate. I just want to make sure.
Well, how's somebody going to just have a baby all of a sudden? Like if this woman abducted
that's what
the
I'm
baby.
saying. But
So you're saying.
But
So
she
you're
couldn't
saying
have a baby anyway. She couldn't have that baby because that was her friend's baby. If it was a
Well,
total
yeah, how was
stranger's
she-
baby,
so you're saying that's what I'm
saying. That?
yeah, she couldn't have.
right. So you're
Well,
saying
it's-
she
and her-
got pregnant, had a miscarriage,
Yeah.
and then sat there and went, fuck that. I'm having a baby no matter what. So I'll just take one. And come on, that's I
That's
don't know.
great story.
No, the story,
Right.
the story on
It
Jay
makes for
for
good
Justice
films, but, yeah.
was
Again,
was that his friend was pregnant and lost her baby, and there was pictures on Facebook of them being friends. She was in the delivery room, and obviously she's it is speculation, and this is what friends of friends are saying, and it's just rumor, but
Well-
that she was desperate, and probably it was a last minute thing to get a baby from somewhere, and she's exploited her best friend in the worst possible way.
I think that
it
didn't
is
I
a-
see that there was two babies. There were two babies at the house where the lady was.
No, one doll. Apparently, so it's speculation and rumor that the friend was pregnant at the same time. She lost her baby, and her friend continued to pretend she was pregnant. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of stories of people that do that. So at the
I
last
have-
minute, she needed to get a baby from
somebody who
somewhere.
just messaged me. One of our moderators just messaged me and said that Carissa, the friend who was on live with Jay, said that Megan was pregnant at the hospital, and then Carissa got off the live. So now the story has become that if Carissa was pregnant at the hospital, she was wearing a fake bump.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, wait.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
Carissa's the
YouTube.
friend.
Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I don't even care. It's YouTube. It's YouTube
Right.
speculation. This is social media speculation. What we know now that is fact is that the house belongs to Megan, that the car is registered to a friend, that they were very concentrated on the car, and that we are now looking at this because here's the deal, like if this is the truth, if Megan did this, she's crazy. She's absolutely crazy if that's what she did.
Oh, she's nuts.
She's absolutely nuts. But I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that this whole fake pregnancy thing literally came from a show that started the first hour with Shane did it, and then the last hour somebody else is doing is news is breaking and somebody else is doing it, and somebody's pregnant. Somebody maybe be faking a pregnancy, maybe took the baby. We don't. Maybe Megan was going to sell the baby, because I don't understand how Megan could all of a sudden think, oh, I can kill my best friend, take her baby, and nobody's gonna know. Like,
Well, not to mention Megan's boyfriend that's in the pictures with her is a black man.
Oh,
So
they were gonna say it was the mailman's baby.
yeah, he
No,
didn't
no,
really
this
have a
is gonna-
super
this
dark.
is gonna be a crazy story.
Come on, dude.
This is gonna
The
have so many
milkman.
twists and turns. It's gonna have
He
so many
was-
twists
he's
and
not-
turns.
Yeah, he's not super dark or anything, but still,
Yeah,
how are
it's
we gonna-
it's already crazy, but like,
Well,
yeah,
we
it's
don't
gonna
even
get,
make up
get
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to
Yeah.
make it up. There are
Yeah.
going to be some weird shit that comes out, and it may come back to a baby bump. It may be that weird, but it also may just be like this woman lost her baby. She freaked out.
even,
She had like a postpartum episode because she lost her baby and she just freaked out, and then the next thing you know, it could have been she got in a fight with her in the car and she killed her, and then all of a sudden she has a baby because these two women have stolen together. We do know both of them have been charged with theft about the same time, and so these ladies are thick as thieves, and if you know anything about thieves, they ain't honest to anyone, not even the thief they're thick with, you know.
Right.
And so I'm not attacking the victims here. I'm just saying these women have history, and so let's not. It could have been an act of passion. It could have been she picked her up, they got into a fight about something happened, and boom, she finds herself with a baby and a body in the trunk. And so it could have just been that, or it could have been this elaborate, thought out conspiracy plan. So
yeah, we just won't know. We won't know for a while.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean the
what
front
happened.
door being open makes me, the front door being left open. I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. That's weird as hell to me.
I personally think it was a thought out plan because the baby
I think so
registry,
too.
the baby registry was set as it was set up on December 1st, which was Heidi's due date. And it's just, yeah, I really do think it was planned.
And she was lured from the house without,
Right.
she didn't take her own baby carrier. So this person is her trusted friend, like you're saying, partners in crime. She's been lured and tricked, and her life's ended,
Right. I said pretty early on that it had to be somebody she trusted for her to walk
Yeah.
out that door like that. I
Uh-oh.
mean,
Yeah.
baby in her arm.
Somebody got bumped.
Yeah,
Uh,
baby in
All
her
she had was
arm
the
with the
keys and her phone.
right and her phone, and yeah.
yeah, I was wondering what's up with that. It sounded like somebody had their dryer on. I
Oh,
guess Dallas.
Dallas must have had her dryer going in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really sad. Very, very. There's twists and turns and a lot of dysfunction underneath. So I
Oh, they're
think
going
we're
to be
going to hear
talking
the
about
story
this
pretty
case.
soon.
Yeah, they're going to be talking about this case for a long time, and there's a lot more to be revealed here, and it's already unbelievable. It's already unbelievable so far.
And Shane was saying really good, positive things about Heidi, and how she wanted to help everybody, and she would give somebody her last cent, and she's obviously, we can't judge people on a theft charge. She's a victim, but obviously she had a really good heart, and she was very trusting, and she had a lot of friends, and she's just been an absolute victim and exploited. She'd only just given birth a couple of weeks ago. It's just wretched, and it's despicable, what's happened to her.
Well, even the
Just
theft charge, what I found, it was dismissed. So
yeah, and I mean,
don't.
we've all done something. I mean, I've never done that, but we're all guilty of doing something stupid. And yeah, apparently she was just let off. It was a minor thing, and we can't hold that against people doing
We're all
something stupid
people.
like that.
Right. Right. We all make mistakes. We're
Yeah, man,
human.
y'all better hope I don't come up murdered. You're gonna find out all kinds of shit about me. That's real.
Yeah, but
Shit,
she was a good
wait till
person.
you get 2,000 subscribers. Somebody gonna run a background check on you anyway.
That's real too.
Casey's running one right now. She's like, is Blair single? Oh man, this is gonna be a heavy week. I can already tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy. That's real. It's gonna
Well,
be a busy one.
so the the house is her. The house belongs to Megan. There's definitely another guy involved somewhere. As far as I'm sure, Megan had some sort of boyfriend or husband. Um, if the rumors come out that she was in fact showing some sort of pregnancy, man.
You know
Who
what's really
knows?
weird? This is weird, and this is completely speculation. But Megan's Instagram, she is in a picture. Her Instagram picture is with another. I'm not going to mention his name. Everybody will know who I'm talking about. A guy who appeared to be a little obsessed with Heidi.
Is that the dude from Denver that got kicked out of the bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that post, right? And when I first saw that post, I was like, this post is from Denver. How is he related to this thing down in Texas? And so then people said he was on. I didn't never go. I don't pay attention to nuts like that, but so I didn't read his actual stuff, but I just got the gist that he was kind of obsessed with Heidi. And
Yeah.
you're saying that guy is with this other girl?
He's in her Instagram picture with her.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
There's
been
a
the one,
deception going on.
Dude's creepy looking as fuck too.
but he
man.
was
If
the
I'm-
one that was spewing all that shit
Yeah.
about Shane too, right?
Yes, DWAP or Will, either one of you, if you can look. I can't do it because I'm on StreamYard on my phone. But if you look in the Facebook group, I shared her Instagram picture.
Oh, let me go cheat.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, this
I'm
It's
dude.
there.
in there, and that is definitely that dude in that picture with her.
That's what I'm saying. It's him. Like they were saying on JS for Justice that it's not him. In that one picture.
Oh, is it the short shit? So she was the one with the
The
short
realtor.
hair.
Right? We're talking about the realtor, right?
The realtor picture, that one you share, I think you shared, that is definitely him.
Yeah.
But if you look at Megan's Instagram, I think I posted a screenshot of her Instagram.
And there was the psychic lady, but she could have just been following the case and seen this dude and looked closely at him just to,
I
you
don't
know what I'm
trust any
saying?
of them damn psychics.
I don't either. Danielle likes him, but you know, I'm and I
I
respect that.
find it
It's just
intriguing.
it's not my thing. That's all. I'm not
But
gonna.
let me tell you, the lady who did the card reading,
Hmm.
the very first card that came up was envy. And it was over Heidi's worldly possessions that were her children. So there was a lot right in that reading so far, from what I can tell.
Oh,
You try to show that picture of that dude.
And did you see how happy and upbeat she looked that morning? That last photo of her in life and going to
She
school and going
did.
to the book fair with her little boy, and you know,
She was so happy about
unaware.
those books.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just looking for
It's
it. I
Yeah.
don't see it though.
Yeah,
I don't
CH. I could hold the picture up to the camera right here if you want.
hold it up there.
Tag. Well, you can
And,
tag
you
me in,
gotta
Bill.
you gotta excuse the. Hold on. There we go. You gotta excuse the mark because we're trying to point out the scar that's on his forehead, but that's him right there.
Is that Megan's boyfriend?
That's
No, that's that other, I mean, but that's not the picture of him with Megan. I was
Yeah,
looking.
that's
no.
not the picture
Oh,
of him with
yeah.
Megan.
right.
What's Megan's Instagram? I'm wondering.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. If I lose you, I'll log right back in.
All right,
I
no
have it
worries.
right on my phone. Actually, I can probably text it to you.
I mean, with friends like that, who needs enemies? Oh.
I mean,
Right?
dude, look at my man's. I mean, there's just something like my man looks like he's been up for like 5 days and decided to take a professional picture.
What's her last name? How do you spell her last name?
Is that
I'm
Megan's
sending
husband?
it to you right now
Oh, okay.
so
Somebody
you can
send it.
find it. Because her
All
first
right.
name, I can never spell it right.
I gotcha.
Let's see.
Megan Humphrey. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's spelled really weird.
Yo, damn, I'm sitting here just scrolling through this
It should
group
be coming
chat right
through.
here, man. This group chat, yo.
Our group chat?
Yeah, your mods are on it, dude. I had to tell him like, yo, you guys are fucking killing it. Like,
I haven't been in there. If any of our mods are watching, thank you guys.
oh, they
I
probably
haven't
all
been in
went to
there since
bed
I
by
found the
now.
show. Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, it's what time is it now? Yeah, no, they're still going, man. Like,
Are they?
Trisha just posted something in there. I mean, they're just talking. They're just
Thank you,
talking.
Irish.
They're just talking right now. Yeah, Irish is the shit, man. Like,
She is. I love
Irish,
her.
Irish is the Mr. T of my A team. That's she's.
What
she's
are
got all.
Are you streaming this over somewhere else?
You're in there. Oh no. That's we're talking about. You're in our Facebook group. It's our Facebook group chat that we have going on.
Oh,
Yeah, I have
Wow.
I have a group chat for my mod for my channel, and then and then there's the Facebook group for this case, and there's a chat for the admins and mods of that. And her Danielle's, and she just brought me and some of my people in because Danielle's one of my mods for my channel, so she brought
yeah.
she brought us
I
over.
think I got a request or something like that for that,
What?
but I haven't been over there.
She brought me and some of the other mods over to this case to her chat, and yo, her people are workers, dude. These people ain't playing. These people are not playing, let me tell you.
Yeah, we're devoted over there. We
So
if you need
Megan
to
and
know it,
Heidi
they'll find it for
from
sure.
a church group. Great church going people.
Church girl people? Is that what you said?
Yeah, to steal a baby. You know, they're saying that
Did you
their
say we're
friendship went back
church-going
years.
people?
Apparently, Heidi and Megan met or knew each other through a church group.
Yeah, they said through like was it no, that was the lady that she was at on Jay's channel, right? That was the girl on Jay's channel that she went to camp with or something.
Yeah, probably.
That was what that girl said today that she met Heidi at church camp or something like that. and then was friends with her, and they were a part of. They went to like some Christian deal, and one girl went longer than her, but and so that's and the other thing is I'm always interested to see like that girl. She was a friend, but she didn't live in the same town. She lived up in Fort Worth. Um, it wasn't somebody that was close, like close in town friend. But Megan,
Houston. Oh yeah,
well,
the other friend. Okay.
the other friend, I'm talking about the friend that was doing the interview over on JS for
Right.
Justice channel. She talked about meeting Megan at a church camp, and then, but she was up in Fort Worth, and so Fort Worth is 5 hours away from Houston or 3 hours away or something. I don't know.
Right.
But off the top of my head, Casey could tell us. She's the Texan in the group. Actually, I was born in Texas.
There's people in the group, and Julie just said they'd known each other for 20 years.
Yeah. No, that's that's the group. Well, and they both, and when I said they were as thick as thieves, it was because they have both been charged with theft in the past few years, and somebody sent me a picture of them, and that's what I'm saying. They may have been up I mean, they're just friends, so but they both had some criminal past, and so they may have been into other stuff. And that's why, like, it could very well be a very thought out, planned out, calculated plan. The other flip side of this could have been just a fight that went wrong, a crazy, because they're so close of friends. And so it explains a lot. It explains why nobody saw nothing. It explains why nobody was screaming. It explains why she didn't take a bunch of shit.
I mean, look, dude, they were tight. They were tight.
Yeah. God.
Wow.
How far is Houston to Austin? Like, where?
Oh no, that's
far
only about an hour drive or whatever, 45 minutes or something. Yeah, it's not bad. I think. Yeah. Somebody's probably gonna tell me different because I don't know the traffic and all that. So it
like
may
a
be
single
it
white
may be.
female jealous of her or obsessed with her or
Well,
jealous.
no, it was her friend. It was her friend. They grew up. They were comrades, and it's always going to be the closest people to you. I don't know that this wasn't her. Like that other girl talked about her having a girlfriend. Was this her girlfriend she was talking about? I don't think this was the girlfriend she was talking about. In that interview, she talked about her having like she was bisexual or maybe was had a girlfriend.
No, friend, just a buddy, not a
Oh,
sexual
okay.
partner,
It wasn't a sexual thing. Okay. I didn't.
No,
I got
buddy.
confused in that interview when she was talking about that, but they were having some issues. So,
and this would explain why the neighbors didn't see anything weird because I mean, they probably just lottie-dottied right into her car like, oh, we're just gonna go for a ride.
What if she had her keys and her phone and she walked out to they said meet you out the front?
Yeah,
and
that's all she said.
And that was it. Like nobody in the complex would have even seen where she went. Or meet me out the front.
Could have been anything, Oh, I got a baby seat in the car, and then she gets to the car. Oh, I guess I don't have it, but we're just going around the corner. We'll be right back. Come on.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
What up, Jay? Come on here and tell me your stupid little conspiracy about the baby bump thing. I want to hear this.
Yeah, Jay's got a lot of good info.
Let me hear all this gossip you've been spreading about Jay. They come on here and they're like, oh, Megan had a baby bump. She had a fake this, a fake that. And I was like, wait a minute, where are you getting this info from? You're like talking to this shit just came out an hour ago. And then she said, Jay is for justice. I was like, oh, great. Yeah. Because we don't want to go look at Jay's last couple of lives, the last 4 from the last week, because they'll be different. So come on, Jay, where are you at? I gave you my info. No, who knows? This is going to be a crazy one. It's going to be a crazy one. I know what it's called, Jay. Speculation. I'm just giving you a hard time. I just wondered where it came from. Yeah, she says, yeah, I'm good. I've been going for 17 hours live. How long did you do that live for? 5 hours?
Shit, at least I logged on at like 9 p.m. at work.
I had 3 reporters on the scene. That's what I had. I had 3 reporters I was tweeting with on the scene. I'll tell you who I was talking to. I was talking with they've all gone to bed now. It's like 3:00 there. So
She said D-Wop was the reporter.
Oh, is that what she said? I was. She probably was. I texted Jay some screenshots from those reporters. I was tweeting them girls. I've been buttering them up for the last 2 days.
I like her humor. I thought that was funny.
She's telling the truth, though. That's the thing. That's what y'all don't know. I was texting Jay during her live when that thing was breaking as well. So
right.
I was because I didn't know. I knew she was on with the friend, and I knew they spent the first 2 hours going after Shane, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm about to tell him something. You're about to have to change that speculation to the best friend." Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine her poor parents? She was an only child, I heard.
It did break. We were watching it. We were watching it when it broke.
Yeah.
I literally just told all of our mods, I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I think I slept 2 hours last night.
Yeah, you better get off here.
Yeah.
It is. Y'all better get some sleep. I have a 9:00 coffee date. Oh. Anyway, hey, y'all go live. Glare, go live. Go stare at your camera.
Oh, that shit is not going to happen tonight, my man. I'm telling you that right now. I've been
Miss Jane can go live because it's about what, like 7:00 in the morning over there.
No, it's nearly 7:00 at night, and I've just had dental surgery, so I'm on some really good medication at the moment.
Man, you should have super chatted me
I just
some
had
over that.
wisdom teeth and everything out.
Super chat me some of them pills.
I just went to the doctor and got some more. It's really good stuff.
I don't know what's going on. I'm looking at my chat now. What else is going on?
I'm looking
All
at
right.
the chat now too.
I'm about to start kicking y'all out. Y'all want to say where y'all are at? Where can people find y'all?
Oh, you know me, the Glare. Yeah. I mean, most of my subs are your subs and Jay's subs, so you know
They
they
know
already
you
know where to
already.
find me. Yeah, they already.
Well,
know
there's
where to
going to be
find
a lot of people watching. There's going to be a lot of new people watching in the next couple of days because of this is a new case that now has a big story behind it. So there's going to be a lot of new people. So you can find the Glare over at the Glare. You can find Danielle over at let me get this Real Massacre Talk.
Real Massacre Talk, yes,
and
sir.
Miss Jane, what is the name of your channel?
Exploring human behavior.
Exploring,
and I just do a bit of everything. Behavior.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of how like I do. You might catch me like at the water park with my kids or fishing, or you might catch me talking about true crimes. So, or drama. I might do some drama. So, hey, thanks for joining tonight and coming on and talking as this broke live. And I'm sure this won't be the last time. We'll see you guys.
Saying some prayers tonight for the family.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, thanks a lot, D-Wop.
All right.
Amen.
We'll see you guys.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Miss Jane. Bye, Danielle.
Man, this one's going to go crazy, kids. It's not going to be easy because they're going to have details. They didn't 7 days. Took God 7 days to create the earth. Took Austin PD 7 days. That's pretty good. That's really good work. They didn't get overzealous. They probably hammered the husband, the fiance in interrogation, but they kept their eyes and kept their focus going on what was real. I'm interested to see how things play out. That's why, during the press conference, law enforcement said, or a couple of the reporters reported that said, law enforcement has asked that social media, hey, keep the speculation to a minimum, because they knew something, but they wanted to I don't know what tips came in. I don't know what like led them to Houston to that house, but 7 days. FBI, that special victims, that child victims, FBI. That's probably made up of some women, those mamas, those mama FBI agents that work on that special. Shoot, them ladies went after it. There's probably men on that that deal, but that FBI definitely, that child victim, the child crimes unit, the focusing around the children, that definitely changed the game on it. So that one there was mad on them. So if you're just joining, you need to go rewatch. We broke this stuff as it came out today, probably before sundown, because the helicopter was flying over the house. I could pull that. I think I got that house right here. Let me see here. Let me see if I restart this. We'll just do a real quick recap of what happened, and show some images and some pictures from there. I guess I don't need to turn that up. What is this? I don't want to play this. So I'm just gonna pause this video before it comes up. Here we go. That's what we want. Okay, yeah. So this is the girl that's been on the scene right now. We'll play this video here so we can. I gotta listen because I haven't even watched this. So this is the report that came out from on the scene. We haven't played this video yet, but we will now, and we'll listen to the audio so we can hear what they're reporting. We can all go to bed with the last news. This is the girl we've been talking to on Twitter. Well, she's one of them. We've definitely been tweeting with her. So let's pull this one up. So there you go. That's what they're officially reporting. But listen, they tell you what's up because they tell you the neighbor says, hey, they asked us about December 12th. They wanted to know what happened December 12th. And so although that speculation's out there, and oh, y'all didn't get the sound at all? No fucking sound. Oh, I guess we just got to watch it again then. No worries. I got you covered. I watched the whole damn thing. But I'll make sure there's sound this time, okay? I just gave you a recap of it, but I'll make sure there's sound. Let's go back. Let's rerun. You'll get to see it. We'll just have to watch it with the ad. I'm sorry. You'll have sound now.
Drill.
Cordless.
Noted.
That's a good one.
Introducing the Capital One
You got
Walmart
sound
Rewards
now,
Card.
though, right?
Earn unlimited 5% back on everything you buy at Walmart online.
Watch it again. Capital
A
One.
number of officers from the Texas Rangers, DPS, the FBI, and the Austin Police Department are here on scene at this house right behind me on Bojack in Northwest Harris County. This is the Rolling Fork neighborhood. We have counted about 24 officers and agents here, first waiting for what we believe was a warrant. They have been here for hours, since early this afternoon. Then around 8:15 tonight, movement. They went into the house, but seemed to be more focused on a car in the driveway in the back. Sky Eye was overhead earlier. That car, a Nissan, parked up close to the house. Again, officers from the Austin Police Department here. We, of course, are asking whether this is connected to the disappearance of Austin mother Heidi Broussard and her infant daughter. They haven't been seen since December 12th. A neighbor told us tonight that police asked her whether she remembers any movement here at that house right there on Bojack on that day, December 12th. The only official response tonight from the FBI is a vague statement. The FBI is lawfully present at the location conducting a law enforcement operation. That is all we are being told officially, but obviously a high-profile investigation going
Dad
on
with a
at
phone
this
would have
home
been
in
out there.
Northwest
Dad with a
Harris County.
drone.
We, of course, plan to stay on scene to see what develops.
So I hope that sound came through that time. Should have come through that time. So, you can read between the lines. We don't have to. We don't have to be told what's going on there. A few days ago, Jay is for Justice came on and that's how I get all my cases. Jay says, "Hey, this is the case I'm following." I'm like, "Oh, it sounds like a good case. We should follow it." No, we started following this case. We had seen it. It had been blown up on Facebook. It had been blown up on YouTube. It was already making its rounds. But she filled us in live right here on one of the shows, right here on Dad with the Phone, and kind of gave us a quick rundown, and then we started watching interviews. And over the next couple of days, I would talk to a couple other people about this case, and it was about putting her face out there and putting that baby's face out there. And tonight we didn't get the outcome we wanted. We didn't. Unfortunately, Heidi's probably not with us. Be with the family. Father, I just ask that you just bring peace to that family tonight. That you put your arms around them. Peace that we don't even understand. Love that we don't even understand. Let them feel the energy of the people around the world that are thinking and praying and meditating positive. It was sending their positive thoughts, whatever it is you're out there. This is where I tell you, I think we move the universe together. Like, I believe we actually move some shit here on YouTube and Facebook. And I believe when there's more than one person in the room, that you can move some energies in the mountains. You can move some energies amongst the plains. You can move some energies down to Texas from Colorado. And so this is the point in the show where I get a little bit spiritual, only because I want to do more than just talk to a YouTube channel and look at a camera. I want to make a difference in people's lives, whether it be in a family's life. And I can tell you right now that the family has already, I don't have to tell you this, but I can tell you this, that the family has already reached out and thanked me. The friends of the family have already reached out and thanked me. And so I know that we're touching people, and I know that they are watching. They're going to continue to watch. We're going to give you information. We're going to give you chances to speculate. We're going to go down rabbit trails and we're going to have fun all the way. But at the other end of every one of these cases is real people. And the fastest way we're doing this is because we're doing this. I'm not picking up a cold case from 20 years ago. We're talking about real situations happening in real time. And so there has to be some wisdom in the speculation. And so it's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned for every YouTube creator. It's a lesson learned for every content consumer. You sit in your little chat and you make your little speculations. You throw your darts and arrows from your basements. There are real people on the other end of those darts and arrows. There are real victims on the other end of those darts and arrows. There are going to be some people that deserve some darts and arrows. So save your anger. With every one of these tragedies, there are going to be people that deserve the darts and the arrows. Don't waste them. Don't waste them. You ain't got to be first to be better. You ain't got to be first to give the best information. Don't get me wrong. I love some drama. I love some speculation. I love going down rabbit trails. Careful, careful, careful. That's a real statement there, huh, Abby? That's a crazy statement. Life is crazy. We magnify it, though. We magnify it. They can't get away with it anymore. Is Megan and her boyfriend in custody? Man, I've been tweeting the hell out of them reporters, and them ladies went silent on me. They all went to bed. They got to get up and have pretty faces tomorrow. I'm trying. They haven't answered. They've kind of gone silent tonight. So yeah, I've put out there on multiple places to find out if anybody's been brought into custody. I don't have any of that info. I am sure, I am positive by tomorrow morning, if they don't have that released, uh, some of my folks will be pulling that shit offline somewhere and looking to see who's been arrested in these cases. So I'm sure we'll get that information sometime tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to give a press conference, but in these situations, they are going to notify the family. They are going to get that information to the family before they ever put it out there live. Um, you know, we have speculated because we have verified from people on the ground that they did um, pull a body out of the house or off the residence, out of the property, remove the body off the property. The medical examiners were there. We do know that they took a baby to the hospital, and so we are speculating in some areas, but we've also been contacted by the family, so it's not a it is just it's just a sad minute. It's a sad minute. Suspects are in custody. Sweet. Somebody said that's my girl too. If she tweeted that, let me check that because I've been looking at her tweets all night and I didn't see that one. Let me go tweet that because she's the one that told me she was on her way up. She was driving up. Let me see. Let me see. Update. Sources close to the investigation believe police have people in custody in connection to the case. So yeah, that is. She has confirmed that. Hopefully, we get this reporter on. Sorry about that, corporate. Yep. So yeah, there is sources that say that they do have people in custody. Awesome. That's fucking awesome. Whew. I can go to sleep now. We can go to bed, kids. We can go to bed. There's 2 people in custody for sure. We can go to bed. Thanks for watching Dad with a Phone. Thanks for joining in tonight. It's been a long one. I was hoping to get through the night without ever getting on a live video actually. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I've been following this case on Twitter with some people. You can follow me on TikTok at Dad with a Phone. That's my funny side. And we'll be talking about this case more. We'll be right on top of it. Like I said, we've got some interviews that we've lined up, but then after today, I was talking to him and told him, hey, you guys, whenever, and it can be tomorrow, it can be a week from now. We can talk. I'll talk to him a week from now. I ain't in the rush, and so we've got some stuff that we'll be doing here about this case. We're gonna find out more about Heidi. This is a tragic story. No matter where, how it unfolds, where it goes from here. It's a lesson learned. 3 hours. Thank you. Peace, Father. That's all I can ask for is peace for this family. Bring some peace for this family. Bring peace, Father. Peace. Love that family tonight. Put an extra layer of love around that baby. Oh, God. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys tomorrow.